Ted Kaczynski, a brilliant mathematician, had been living a hermit's life in a 10 by 12 foot cabin in the Montana woods.
Uncle Ted talks in my ear.
Anti-technology manifesto.
Uncle Ted talks without fear.
A hooded sweatshirt, sunglasses.
Critiquing the direction this whole society is headed. Uncle Ted talks these ideas worth spreading. We're touching grass and greener pastures, leaving behind the technology disaster. Uncle Ted talks in my ear. Uncle Ted talks crystal clear. Uncle Ted talks.
When it was published in 1995, a man stepped forward to identify his brother as the Unabomber.
And here we are on a Tuesday once again. Hey, Teds. Hey, Balderson. Fix your name.
Oh, fuck.
Right?
This Tuesday wasn't guaranteed in the Constitution.
The Tuesday wasn't guaranteed according to the president about 12 hours ago.
Oh. I always said,
yeah, wasn't he nuking Iran today?
Ending civilization. It was the threat. I think maybe at some point one of the lawyers in his life was like, you're probably gonna have to ask for a mulligan on that one, sir.
Does the White House have a microwave large enough to fit the entire Iran inside of it?
Like on Gremlins?
To nuke it.
Like when they chucked that gremlin in that microwave and it exploded like that?
Far be it from me to sound like a skeptic, Ted, Alan, but I do not believe that those particular nukes are real.
Okay.
Yeah. The giant gremlin-sized one.
Yeah.
I don't think an Iran-sized microwave exists.
Or the
What
videos
about
of Iranians.
CERN? What does CERN use to heat up their lunch?
Centrifugal force.
So tonight,
they have a Tesseract cube. They just throw it down on the desk. Hold up a freaking, little ciabatta bread sandwich on top of it.
Are the videos of Iranian citizens holding hands across the bridges and power plants, are those real?
I don't know.
So before we get further into it, though, welcome back, Etta Volk. Tonight, she is here for her official TEDning.
There we go.
I'm in the garb and everything. Yep. Thanks for having me back. It's a pleasure.
Tell everybody, remind everybody where they can go find you.
Well, I am every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central Time from 8 to 10. I'm on republicbroadcastingnetwork.org. So it's like that's basically like an internet radio show that I do weekly. And when I do that, I multi-stream out to Rumble. I was doing both Rumble and X, but it's eaten too much bandwidth. So I figure I'm just going to do the Rumble multi-stream on there. So if you're more of a visual person, you can catch me every Saturday night multi-streaming there. And then I have a regular X account, Critical, and then RVW. And I make posts and stuff on there pretty much. That's where I get my news, or most of it anyway. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Nice.
Thanks.
So are we changing her name to Tedda?
Yes.
We could do that.
Okay. So you're Tedda. What do we have for a last name?
You could put Tedda Volk.
Tedda Volkov.
Volkoffs. Okay. Yeah, it would be Volkoffs, right? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So all right, we're
1980s wrestling style.
Volkinski. Yeah, I like Tedda Volkinski.
all right.
That's nice, Volkinski.
Thanks, Ted Allen, for the idea.
So,
that's a good one.
That's your official Ted name.
There it is.
And under ordinary circumstances, we would have you take off the sunglasses and pull back the hood because, the putting on the hood and the glasses is part of the Teddening. We'll skip that to secure your anonymity. All right. But
normally Edda is not on screen with her face, and she's being kind to us tonight for her official Teddening. She likes to provoke people that wear little hats and
So what I would like for you to do, Edda, is to very sincerely look into the camera as if you are aware that you're about to receive a Teddening, and we'll all just pretend that it's happening, and then we'll say yeah. Edda Fulton. Here you go. There we go.
Well, thank you. I'm honored.
Rise Tedda Volkinski. Nice.
There we go.
It's been a minute since we gave a Teddening.
By the power of admin, I can officially change your screen name too. Yay.
Tedda Volkinski. I like that. Very nice.
Oh God, you would have died laughing fucking the other night. Fucking Ted Steves. Admiral Gibbs was on Sarah Tomato panel, and because I have access to her StreamYard, I can change names. And he came in and he called himself the Toxic King, or Toxicity King.
Okay.
And I changed it to Taco King without saying anything.
Man, on a lot of construction sites and shit like that, I heard the phrase thrown around quite a bit. Helpless is a rich man's son. And every time I see Mario Fattaglia on the screen there, I'm like, yeah. I have another name that kind of sounds like Fat Taglia, but we're on YouTube, so I'm going to alter the consonant as a favor to you, Ted Bennington, as a favor to you.
Yes. Oh, gotta love it. Especially when you don't say anything about it, because then it's like
Fatali. That's it.
Yeah.
Glad I worked that out here.
It was the best not saying anything, because then the fucker just at some random time looked down like, what the fuck?
Is that a reference to the acronym Trump always chickens out?
Nice. Well done.
That would make an admiral angry, the commander-in-chief.
I mean, there's that. There's, I think a lot of that is,
Luke,
market manipulation.
Yeah, they're actually betting on market.
Yeah. And there's, White House insiders, Trump family members that it's speculated have made a killing in predictive markets over stuff like this, to say nothing of, making shorts in the traditional Wall Street market while this is occurring. It's all a big freaking casino for these clowns. And a lot of people seem to not it hasn't sunk in yet that Gaza Board of Peace, the Mideast Technate that Trump co-started a few months back, Trump is president for life of that when he leaves office. He took $11.25 billion so far of U.S. taxpayer money, along with $1 billion per seat buy-in for the Gaza Board of Peace member board, and threw it in a bank in Qatar. Has nothing to do with the U.S.
It has no oversight at this point. Now that it's over there, we have no way to account for any of it.
$25 billion in totally freaking unaccountable funds with a private army once he leaves the White House.
And they're going to replace the UN, or that's what they want to do.
Right.
Which, none of us are real fans of the UN. Like that's not like losing the UN's not a big deal. But the replacing it with something much worse, that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's fucking hilarious.
Nobody's saying keep the UN, but at the same time, nobody's saying replace the UN and replace it with all of the humanity-hating broligarchs and Jared Kushner and the Chabad. Like, it's not a square deal there.
No.
Not losing anything, you're getting something worse.
Yeah, they're upgrading.
We're downgrading, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So with that said, let's go ahead and start our fun of you want to pull up those AI stories of AI choosing who can be arrested and whether they've done something or not. Maybe start out with the grandma from fucking that got busted in North Dakota.
Okay, I was gonna start with the
Dorito.
I was, but it's all right. We could start with the grandmother. That's fine. The Dorito story is just crazy,
dude.
But I mean, all of it is
wild. I thought we'd build up. I also thought the Dorito one was the wildest, so I thought we'd save that one.
Back from receiving some wood, Ted Jimsworthy.
It's firewood, Ted.
Ted. You didn't say that.
That's what you say now.
You thought I said I'm gonna receive some firewood?
Oh, you're the only Ted I see.
Well, it's good wood.
It's good wood.
It's always good wood, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good and hard wood.
Like pizza, right?
Keep me warm all summer long on the fire pit.
Heck yeah. So police used facial rec to arrest a Tennessee woman for crimes that were committed in a state that she says she's never been to.
I like how the dishonesty and the reporting, because it says that she says they figured out she hasn't ever been there, and she's been
say your name, Ted.
You fucking should be honest about it. The woman's never been there. Don't pretend like we still don't know.
Angela Lips with 2 P's.
You never trust somebody named Lips.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't lie without lips. It's that's just science right there. It's some hard-nosed detectiving.
That's true.
Nothing gets by me. Police in Fargo, North Dakota have acknowledged a few errors in the case and pledged changes in their operations, but stopped short of issuing a direct apology.
Ted, was this written by a Coen brother?
There were some mistakes.
Zoe Sawtile.
Oh, that's an AI name if I ever heard one.
Right? That it looks like Brendan Fraser in a wig.
Not a Cohen sister.
Angela
lost some
Lips,
weight?
maybe. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag not my Brendan.
Really working for that Oscar. Because if you're a white dude now and you want an Oscar, you either have to be a fat guy or a trans. You're not gonna get an Oscar any other way. So he went with fat guy. Although, one more look at Zoe Sottle here. That kind of looks like Brendan Fraser in a way.
Oh yeah.
She looks like she gives a pretty good Karen haircut in the salon.
So this woman, 50 years old, arrested in Tennessee on July 14th, according to a statement from the Fargo Police Department and a verified GoFundMe for Lips. Unbeknownst to Lips, a warrant had been issued for her arrest weeks earlier in Fargo, over 1,000 miles away from her Tennessee home. Months before, several instances of bank fraud had occurred in and around Fargo. In their search for the suspect, investigators used our partner agency's facial recognition technology, as well as additional investigative steps independent of AI to assist in identification. And in every case you fucked up, well, it sounds like that's a problem with your, partner and your detectives. So they use Clearview AI, which we've talked about on various shows over the years for a very long time. A database of billions of photos scraped from the internet, including social media. Clearview identified a potential suspect with similar features to Angela Lips.
So stop on that part for a second. Look at the wording of that, how they get this. They scrape photos from the internet. There's not verified photos that are loaded up into a database with fingerprints and shit like that. They're like, no, we scraped some shit off the social medias.
Yeah, it could be this person. Well, the AI says there's an 84% chance that it's that person, and that's more reliable than eyewitness identification. So it's enough, according to them, probable cause for at least a warrant, if not an arrest.
A warrant, 4 states, or more than 4.
Tada?
Half a country away.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos coming out recently of Israel using AI to identify like high risk people who they think are, anti-Israel or Hamas or whatever, and the AI controls the drones that go out and actually kill these people using facial recognition. Okay. And there's also what they call drone swarms, where they release all these drones. They fly on their own, directed by AI, and they're to kill people. And if
so
good.
Couple of different things going on in and all around this.
Sounds good.
The IOF has been using a couple of different Palantir made tools that Alex Karp has bragged about at a number of different events. And those will send like assassination drones or assist in missile strikes and stuff like that. Robert Kraft, the former New England Patriots owner, started that Blue Square thing. Do you remember seeing that around the yeah. So that's the identifying people who criticize Israel and getting them hunted down and fired or potentially arrested and stuff like that. And that's also being employed with not necessarily Palantir technology, but Unit 8200 contingent security startup, Israeli, funded
APAC and ADL, and I mean, this is illegal. They're coercing people, threatening them, like directly threatening them. I have a 15-minute video. I'll send it after the show of all these Jewish organizations threatening that's actually against the law, but they get away with it. We're going to hunt you down for the rest of your life and ruin your life. You'll never be employed again. They say this like straight out. And I'm like, and nobody's batting an eye. Nobody's saying a word. This is a direct violation of our constitutional rights. And where's the ACLU? I mean, of course, I know, yes, they're small hat owned as well, but this is insane. But people, there's no outcry.
I have a friend of mine that I do a show with every Wednesday, who for a long time had been a part of the ACLU and walked during COVID. I lost the sound on that. This is the Robert Kraft Blue Square thing, and he walked during COVID for because he was like, you guys can't recognize what this is. Like if you're not, you're the American Civil Liberties Union, and everybody's civil liberties are getting trampled on right now, and you're just gonna be like, nah, dude, mask up, go fuck yourself, I'm out. So he bailed. But yeah, they're a very problematic organization in and of itself. Right. Let's see. It's a far cry from the actually defending speech and sticking up for people of the 70s and 80s, even a little bit into the 90s during the all the music censorship era and shit like that, and then they just sort of limited hangout.
Ben, that they aren't actually doing what they should be doing, that they have a very agenda driven shit.
Absolutely. Yep. I'll be right back. Hang on.
For sure.
Inside the Patriot Stadium, a command center of stats tracking hate speech online.
Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts has an elite squad of computer dorks monitoring hate speech online.
And you got to love that, of course, the people doing the monitoring, similar to the way TikTok has just gotten bought out by these folks. You'll notice
the best a man can get. Gillette.
You'll notice this awesome little Star of David and a recognizable flag. And guess who's making sure you get certain information and don't get certain information? And they really want to make sure that they control all of it across the board. That's why TikTok is such a real problem for them.
Right. Well, now it's not, because Larry Ellison's son owns it. Larry Ellison owns it. His son owns a bunch more media outlets, looking to merge all of them under one umbrella of complete and total speech control.
Where it's coming from, the time of day, and how it's trending, especially among younger people.
We saw that not only is hate and anti-Semitism growing across the country, it's disproportionately growing on college campuses and in high schools.
Did they have to go with a profile shot of that guy?
I believe so.
I mean, that's necessary.
I mean, for, comedy's sake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For identification's sake, I suppose.
Here's a number for a rhinoplasty guy and an attorney.
Yeah, just in case you had any questions about what flag he probably keeps in his background also, they made sure to give you the side profile view.
That's just, it is leaning into it a little bit, ain't it? I don't know if it's fair.
Does that say Holocaust up there?
Oh, that's one of the biggest things that they're watching for, because Holocaust denial has skyrocketed in the last 10 years.
It's warming my heart, I'll tell you what.
100%.
Especially the younger generation, 20, 30 some year olds, they're calling it out. They see right through the bullshit. So I'm very happy to see that.
Well, it's just the Holocaust of doing business these days.
It is.
Right.
But at what cost? Oh, he already said.
My 6 Gorgillion, that's what it is.
Accountants. Budget numbers.
Right.
Anyway, let's see. I think we've talked over this enough. We can go back to it a little bit.
Which is part of the reason Kraft says he partnered with the United Negro College Fund and the Jewish organization Hillel International to host unity dinners throughout the country.
So let's get to it.
Baruch College students Aiden Herzlinger and Akish L. are among the more than 450 students who've attended at least one of the dinners.
Some Marks school, Marks with an E.
Making sure that they spread the fucking 1984 fucking information and get some other kids on it. Like, listen, you guys are not white either. And all of us are against white people. And white people hate you. So we should all get together and go after them.
Yeah, you got to get your token Negroes on board.
Yeah.
Now, the only way that you can be equal is if you start segregating the campus.
Yes. You remember when they did that in fucking Portland? They made the segregated area like, yay, we're so progressive. We brought back segregation.
Did they do that?
Yes. They've done that
That's
in a number
hilarious.
of different college campuses too, where they will have POC only spaces so
That's
that
hilarious.
people and there number of different spots are opting for like self-segregated dorms.
Right. No
Where-
whites allowed.
Well,
Yeah.
you can try, but you'll just be made so uncomfortable that you'll eventually request a transfer. But yeah, that's been a thing since, I don't know, about 5 years now. They may be doing less and less of it and just waiting for Gavin Newsom to become emperor, of District 5 or whatever it is in 2028. Yeah, I think I have to take the dog out. But let's run this for a minute. And yeah, I think it might be waning, the segregated spaces, just like the trans thing or the they theming is like waning right now, but they'll bring it back for Newsom.
Well, they're all going to Canada.
What do you talk about at these dinners?
The dinners are about finding commonalities between the Black community and the Jewish community. So we really talk about anything and everything. It's not just about politics and opinions. It's about treating each other as humans.
We mainly talked about our families, why we have communities, and how our communities are similar more than different.
Why Jewish students with Black students?
Because historically we had that connection.
My victimhood.
You
My
want to plumb the
victimhood.
depths of that there, Ari? I'm going to bet you don't. I'm going to bet you don't want to plumb the depths of how far back that connection goes. Just guessing. I gotta run the dog out, so I'm gonna
Listen, Steve. Just because Jews made up an extraordinarily small percentage of the American population during the chattel slave period and somehow at the same time owned a disproportionate amount of slaves comparative, I don't know what you're talking about even.
Right. And all the slave boats were owned by the Jews, and
They got a long history. He didn't
They
say
got a
what
long-
kind of history.
They
He
got a
didn't say
long
what
history.
kind.
Right,
I'll be
yep.
back in a few. Y'all.
My victimhood.
They've been slaving since before there was an America. Wasn't always black slaves.
Are we
But
not
it's the-
honoring Bernard Manus Baruch, the statesman financier, who had a college named after him posthumously?
Yeah,
Was it a black college? Was it a black college?
The college
That would
we were
be
just
ironic.
Yeah, that was the Marks with an E college we just saw here.
Oh, Baruch.
He was a prominent American financier, statesman, and political consultant who served as advisor to 6 presidents, from Woodrow Wilson to Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yes, 6
Born in
U.S.
Camden, South
presidents.
Carolina, to a Jewish immigrant family, he amassed a fortune on Wall Street. Now, the very first name on that list, Lyndon B. Johnson, should definitely, or I mean, Woodrow Wilson should definitely give people some thought, because what was Woodrow Wilson known for? Oh, he brought the Fed back. He helped make it so America no longer coined its own money, and a small group of bankers now owned the ability to coin America's money, which we paid them back, and anything they give us, we owe them interest on.
Are you talking war
You know
bonds?
what really you know what really makes me sick? Like people like Woodrow Wilson and Churchill and all that. They commit all these crimes against humanity. Then before they know they're gonna die because they don't have any souls, they're hoping that they'll be able to cross over into heaven on some level by saying, "Oh, yeah, the Jews, you know, it was such a huge mistake, you know, that they're in power." Well, you know, a-hole, you're the one who helped them get to that point. You know what I mean?
And maybe coming clean when you could do something about it, not when you're an old powerless fuck dying.
Right.
Maybe then would have been the time to do so.
Correct. Right. Or maybe, you know, like fight against it and not do it at all. You know, and I'm like, you know, no, they all went straight to hell. There's no way. That's just unforgivable.
100%. Yeah, Wilson was just trash.
Yeah, complete. So was FDR.
Yeah, FDR. FDR. Most people don't realize wrote more executive orders than any other president by like 5-6 times. His I think it was either 37 or 3,800, just short of 4,000 executive orders.
What? Get out.
Yeah, wild. And
did he sign them all by hand?
That we have.
Like
did he have an auto pen?
Quill?
Was there an auto pen at that point?
He should have.
Maybe he just put his thumbprint on them or something.
What the hell's a Delano?
Delano?
Eleanor Roosevelt? I don't know.
Eleanor?
It's a place in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, he probably went through the initial because he signed so many papers.
There's that song about it, The Farmer in the Delano.
Never heard it.
It's hard work.
Oh, it's a good song.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever asked the question, where does cheese come from?
No, I've never asked that question. Why?
Start there.
It comes from milk.
Where does cheese come from?
Where does milk come from?
I've never asked where. I never asked where cheese came from. I kind of knew.
Anything that has.
It's kind of a rhetorical question, I suppose. But
well, when a man loves a woman and they have a cottage together.
A cabin in the woods, Marcus, or Ted Allen. A cabin in the woods.
That's where my cheese comes from. It comes from here in my heart.
You gotta go out and pull some titties.
I think the problem was Angela Lip had something hanging from her rearview window. Did you see that in the picture? It's maybe why she got pulled over.
A fuck the police.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine this poor lady? All of a sudden, the cops are at her door arresting her. She's like, "For what? Oh, you know, lady, for all that fraud you committed in North Dakota." Fucking what?
She's like, I don't even bank at Wells Fargo. What are you guys talking about? I don't have an account with those guys.
I've never even been to that state in my life. How do you get a better alibi?
I've not been to that state. Has North Dakota balanced their budget? Are they the only state in America with a state bank that's doing well? Is that the problem?
Is it North Dakota?
I think so.
That don't surprise me. The Midwest doesn't usually have as many problems with the dips in the financing that the rest of the country does. Like even in 2008, in the Midwest, you didn't see near the collapses that you did everywhere else. They're much more. Well, one of the things.
Why do you think that is?
Well, it's because they're producers. The people
well, and it's a transportation hub too, I suppose. But
Wait, but it's mostly because they're producers. The biggest thing that they do there is produce things.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Farming, ranching, whatever. They're producing something. And that's the thing during an economic collapse. Even if the money goes to shit, if you're producing something of value, that's still going to hold its value comparative to other things.
Right.
Just like a bar of gold in 1950, you could have bought a house for it. Today, you can buy a house for a bar of gold. Money is the thing that gets fucked up, not actual goods. And so if you produce your own things of value, you're going to survive and do decent. Like Jim down there, the king of the fucking metal ingots.
I got some bronze.
Look at that. And you should see he got a whole pallet of that shit. That must have been fucking just cool as hell.
Yeah, where does he live? We'll be there.
Yeah.
Come on down.
But when you produce things of value and you have things of value to offer, then you're going to survive. If you don't produce anything and you're just somebody that's moving along and you were a customer service agent or one of these things that don't really matter, they're just niceties, you're in a lot of fucking trouble.
Right. You got to have some kind of skill somewhere, whether it be medical or even carpentry or something that you can help build or
making cookies.
Yeah,
exactly. Just like Odin Prism down here says, people always need things fixed. Learn a trade. What's up, Jason? Tell me. Tony Coriolis. We're working on doing new emojis specifically for TED Talks. We've been discussing. Unfortunately, a few of the ideas have been a little hot. You can imagine what kind of ideas we've come up with for Uncle Ted type emojis. Some of them are not necessarily YouTube friendly at this point, so we got to rethink.
I'm just wondering how long it's going to take for them to publicly apologize for mistaken identity when they assassinate somebody with those swarm drones. Sorry, it was an accident. AI,
they could do anything.
They identified them.
That's been my biggest fear when they start automating stuff like missiles with AI. It'd be like, whoa, we don't know what happened. The AI just nuked the city, or
it was 99% sure it was that city.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. We're locked out. AI's like, there's a threat.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a great way to blame somebody for something who can never get in trouble, and then get away with whatever you want to do.
And I like how in the story they don't make a bigger deal out of. They said it was the AI and other investigative techniques, but also they don't offer what other proofs or any proofs of what happened. The other investigative techniques are, AI says it's this lady. No shit. Yeah. No shit. And then
the cops are so happy to be able to shut their brains off.
Yeah.
They're like, the computer is 99% accurate. Like, case closed. I don't have to do anything.
That's the last one that we watched. We watched where the video of the gentleman getting arrested and everything. The gentleman had a real ID. What they claim is the definitive. There's no questioning what it is. The dude has a real ID and is like, no, this is who I am. And they're like, oh, so apparently you're making fake IDs too. And then at the police station, they're like, well, since we don't know who you are, what the fuck? What do you mean you don't know who I am? I've been fingerprinted. I got a real ID. Like, what do you mean?
The computers are never wrong.
It's comical. I mean, until they get sued for multi-million-dollar lawsuit that they have to pay.
Well, that'd be great.
Wait till the next story. The story coming up is even wilder. The shit doesn't get better.
Oh, brother.
Whenever Ted Steves gets back from taking Gomez out to do his business.
That dog
well, on that note, I'll be right back. Short break.
It's got Ted's got to take some care of some business too. Jim already went and got.
See, I gotta go too. I'm just kidding.
Jim already got his wood. He's good to go.
Firewood.
Oh yeah,
firewood. Firewood.
That's my bad.
But yeah, it just keeps coming. I'm happy to stack it up as long as I'm getting a good deal on some wood.
Yeah, that's where I sit, Odin Prism. I'm also I'm a mechanic. I got 2 mechanics degrees and I'm an electrician, so I'm sitting pretty much in the same spot. Like, I've over the years learned the other things at least well enough to deal with them, plumbing and
you get into trouble.
And carpentry. My first attempts at carpentry were not good, but I'm not horrible now. Not gonna say I'm great, but not horrible.
And it's fun to make stuff. Whether you're good or not, it's fun.
Dude, my first building, I didn't realize that those cross fucking pieces, as an electrician, they just call them fire blocks. And so I'm like, well, I'm not worried about any fire in here. If it burns down, because it's just a storage building, I'm like, if it burns down, it burns down. And fucking, it had no stability because I didn't put those in, and the fucking all the boards warped and shit. It was horrible.
Are those Gerts? I think.
I don't know what they call them. I'm not
horizontal.
Framing. The in between the 2x4s.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were called Gerts either until just recently when I had to put some in.
You building a yurt?
No.
Are they McGurts?
Are they McGurts yurts? No.
Does the yurt have McGurts?
Does the yurt have McGurts? I know one does. One yurt's got McGurts.
Oh fuck!
Did you get the measurements right on that?
On yurt's McGurt?
And what is a girt?
What is a girt?
Is it a Geist-Gurt? Like a utility kilt?
They're called kilts. Utility kilts, yeah.
Okay.
Not guy skirts. That's gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that definitely.
What is a girt? I mean, what are you talking like in between?
It's like a horizontal board in a framing of a building.
Yeah.
I'm building an addition onto a shop building, and it's got studs that go up and down, and then it's got every 4 feet there's a girt that goes across that,
and it gives it structure from going this way from out.
They put it in for windows and stuff. It's called what's the one for windows for a window?
The header?
That's a header. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's similar to a header.
Yeah,
it's similar to a header.
Taking the pressure and distributing the pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't. It's not load bearing, so it doesn't have to be like solid and thick. It's just structural.
Yeah, just keeps it from your boards from warping like mine did.
Just need to get a bunch of studs to stand around, and then you can install a horizontal girt, G-I-R-T.
So you got.
I should have asked when the firewood was here.
When I'm picturing the wall, down to the studs, you're gonna have one on the bottom, one on the top. Anyway.
Yeah.
Just for something for the 2x4s in between to fit onto, right?
Well, no, it's just a little piece like this. It's only like, what is it, 16 inches on center studs are, so it'd be like a 15 and 3/4 or something piece of wood. You just
so you got to put
into the studs.
An additional one of those in between, like every 4
feet vertically.
Okay.
Yeah, it serves as a stiffener between the studs.
I didn't know that. I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teda Volkinski, you will begin to notice a lot of things now.
Now that you've had your TEDing.
Yes.
Your TED aperture has been opened.
Well, thank you. It's an honor. Really. Who'd have thought Ted Kaczynski and even crazy old man, what's his name? Charles Manson
Oh, Manson's wild when you tell people the truth about Manson. You're like, hey, did you ever know that Sharon Tate's actual name is Sharon Polanski, and that her and her husband and all their friends were running a pedophilia ring, and that Roman Polanski's not even allowed in the United States because of it? And when they pretend like the innocent people that he got, that his group unalived, that those people were actually all people that the rest of us would probably also want unalived.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as crazy and nutty as he was correct on a lot of stuff.
Well, the times that we get to hear him were after the fucking prison was loading that dude up with fucking massive fucking psych drugs and things like that. So I have to question, before he was put into the system, what did that dude sound like? Because I heard his speeches from when he first comes in and he looks like a fairly normal dude. Those speeches, those little talks, the couple interviews that he's allotted, those are wild. You're like,
really? I'd say I've never seen that.
He's really smart.
You're like, why does he make so much sense? This is disturbing. And then by the time he's been in there 20 years, the guy's mind is just completely gone. Gone.
Yeah. So get this. One time, me and Sean, we were playing around with this app. It's like a face identification app. It uses AI, of course. So it compares pictures and tells you if it's the same person or whatever. So we put in George W. Bush and we put in Charles Manson, and it went came up with a 93% match, which is like unheard of for two different people in this app. So like, it was funny, 93, which is sort of a magical number. And then also like they could be brothers. I mean, it was like a when he was younger, Charles Manson picture and George Bush, but
like a brotherhood.
You never know.
They could.
We're all related.
They could be brothers, according to.
So then the question is are they all Aleister Crowley's descendants then?
It could be. Maybe he's like one of what's her name's aborted babies.
Barbara. Yeah, because I mean, Barbara supposedly, the way the story is that she's Crowley's grandkid or Crowley's kid.
Is that where they're
she keeps fetuses in jars and thinks it's funny?
Yeah.
I mean,
the
what the fuck?
They want to spread
and made little future president Georgie carry that fucker home. Here's your dead brother. Handle him nicely. We got a spot for him at home.
On a shelf. Yep. Yeah. On the worship mantle.
You want to talk about some traumatizing, wild shit? Like,
what the hell are these people doing? Just no wonder they were burnt to crisps and hunted down throughout history. And I mean, come on. Yeah, it's undeniable. The behavior, the patterns are irrefutable. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And those
that's within that one thing. And that one thing, we're not allotted pattern recognition, and anybody that brings it up gets hit up by that group with computers that we just got done looking at.
And did you see that new law they're coming out with?
What?
What's that?
I sent it to you, Ted Beddington, on Teams. There's a new law that Trump has signed about if you are basically a dissident, okay, and you're against Christian values or traditional family,
saw that. No, finish explaining it, but now I remember what you're
talking about. But it's basically, I don't know if you want to send it to the other guys, but so if you are basically a dissident, okay, and they've got a little bit of what the left would like and a lot of what the right would like into this bill, then if you do this, then you're automatically put on the FBI watch list and they could come arrest you. I mean, this is insane.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump has decided they're going to put much greater emphasis on the enforcement of what they're calling domestic terrorists,
right,
or dissidents. That,
well, it's DV
show count.
DVEs are domestic violent extremists, and Trump has expanded onto the ridiculous list that the Biden administration came out with post January 6th, where at the time, like 75% of the country would have qualified as a DVE according to the Biden administration, and Trump has just expanded that massively, especially in the realms of speech directly regarding criticism of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is all just an expansion of the where they really started. This was the Patriot Act, where if you read that, the list that they said of possible potential domestic terrorists read like fucking Jeff Foxworthy skit. If you are missing a teeth, you might be a terrorist. If you have a beard, you might be a terrorist. If you have more than 3 days food in your house, you might be a terrorist.
My favorite from the original Foxworthy bit was, if you've ever been too drunk to fish. And I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah. You and me go fishing in the dark.
Which it is apparently a euphemism for mutual masturbation.
What?
Fishing in the dark.
What?
Apparently.
Well, no more of that.
Why are you trying to ruin fucking high school?
It's not called masturbation, you guys. It's fishing.
Us people that actually lived in the country, we did it with girls. That's why we all have kids when we're like fucking 14.
Well, yeah, no, that I mean with the girl, but yeah, baby, get ready. I know, dude. I know. Yeah.
This isn't the violent femmes and fucking, you know, blister on your thumb.
The violent femmes were also straight as an arrow. They just sounded gay. But no.
Yeah, but the blister on the sun is a
I know, but look up fishing in the dark. Look it up.
I will not. I refuse.
Fishing in the dark.
I've never heard of that before.
Really? The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band?
Never. Nope.
Oh, they were
big dark fishermen.
Huge in the 90s.
Oh, it was a great song. Absolutely. I'll put it on an AM Wake Up pre-show tunes playlist. I don't give a shit. It'll make a couple people mad, but fuck them. But yeah.
One time they called me and asked for a donation for the Fireman's Ball. I was young and patriotic and foolish at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll support." And I only paid like $10 or $20. And then they sent me tickets, and the Fireman's Ball had fucking gotten Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and from like 10 feet away, I got to watch Nitty Gritty Dirt Band for $20.
I once met Gordon Gano,
Heck yeah.
The lead singer of the Violent Femmes. It was like 15 and a half, and my parents went out of town, and my buddy's like, "Oh, there's a Violent Femmes concert tonight at the Roseland or one of those clubs in Portland." And so I stole the car that they left, and we both drove down there, and we bought tickets off a scalper.
Stole the car.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome. They were hanging out after the show and like around the back, and he comes out and smokes a cigarette, and we like ran up and we're like, "Hey, what's up? You're our favorite band." It was cool. It was a good time.
Well, I saw Metallica when they opened for Ozzy when Cliff Burton was still alive.
When it was actually Metallica before it was the cunts that took over.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what?
I said back when it was actually Metallica before somehow
Cliff Burton and Dave. He said they had Cliff
true,
Burton
yes.
and Dave.
This was it was post Dave, unfortunately, but
okay.
Yeah, it was with Kirk, but Cliff Burton was still alive. It was their Master of Puppets when they opened for Ozzy.
All right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. I have to
That sounds like
admit.
a great
But
time.
now, when I look back, I'm like, Metallica sucks. Okay, Dave Mustaine is
Yeah.
so far above them. Like, just how he just rocks that guitar. It's amazing. So, but whatever. It was meant to be because we were meant to have Megadeth. So, which is
And I just remembered it was La Luna was the club that I saw the Violent Femmes at.
Okay.
It was a nice
Up
little show.
on like 80 something in Hawthorne or that
Yeah.
kind of area. Yeah, I remember.
La Luna.
A bunch of good shows there.
Yeah. Back in the 90s.
I met Lemmy Kilmister.
What's that?
I met Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead.
Lemmy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. When they were touring with
She used to have that as when
My Avatar,
I've known Edda for quite some time, and back if you knew her before, she did at one point in time have her face on things, and then she had a picture of her and Lemmy.
Yeah. Was when Slayer was touring with them. Was Slayer, Motorhead, Psychosocial Group, Slipknot.
How impolite is it to ask Lemmy to hold his handlebars?
Didn't ask him that, but he was cool as shit. Very quiet, actually. You'd think that he'd be more, but you know what? I think he had
Resting his
Parkinson's.
voice.
Yeah. Well, and I think he had Parkinson's real bad,
Oh,
but
shit.
he still was out there, doing what he loved, and I had to respect that. But yeah, no, he was really cool. We talked a little bit, and I remember also Anthrax was there. We met the bass player from Anthrax. He was
Back
cool.
the Sound of White Noise time period.
This was back in 2014.
Oh, that was way after Sound of White Noise. I
Right.
was like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody had any new music, so, but that's okay because, I mean, their audience, I mean, it's all Gen X anyway, so we don't care about anything new, really. I don't.
That Anthrax, you have to purchase that through the mail.
We're Gen X. I'm not sure that
It comes free.
for not ever having cared about anything ever. We are the most unimpressed people in the world.
You guys feel impressed seeing pictures of the dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's quite the little show that they had to renew the spell because too many people had fallen off on it, and they had to renew it. And fucking, you see all the fucking jackass NASA fanboys fucking losing their minds over some nonsense.
Dude, the entire freaking independent media is like eating itself over this, and it is absolutely wild to behold. I got shit because I put out a tweet that was like, imagine tying your identity to whether or not the moon landing is real.
Right.
What the fuck, dude? This is wild.
Did you guys see that one comedian with the red hair? I can't remember his name, but he was like, "And Artemis 2 took off to the moon, but I missed Artemis 1."
Yeah.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, when did we have Artemis 1? When will we skip a number?
That's the clone, the twin.
So let's you want to throw up that Dorito story there, Steve? You guys aren't going to believe this one. This is bad.
Oh.
Nice.
Michael.
All right. Armed police handcuffed and searched a student at a high school in Baltimore County, Maryland. Well, that does make sense. This week after an AI-driven security system flagged the team's empty bag of chips as a possible firearm. Whoopsies. Baltimore County officials are now calling for a review of how Kenwood High uses the AI gun detection system and why the teen ended up in handcuffs despite school safety officials quickly determining there was no weapon. Well, they made me get on my knees, put my hands behind my back, and cuffed me, Kenwood student Taki Allen, like the bag of like flavored chips.
Takis.
Yeah.
Did he have orange fingers?
All right. We caught you MSG handed.
Taki Allen, no relation.
Are you sure?
Taki Allen, no relation to Ted Allen. Describing what happened Monday evening when police arrived at the school while he was waiting with friends for a ride home after football practice.
This next line is the most important one, in my opinion.
Right. They searched me and figured out I had nothing. Then they went over to where I was standing and found a bag of chips on the floor.
So again, good old CNN misleading headline. This isn't even his fucking bag of chips. The guy was standing next to trash somebody else left on the ground, and they came and fucking hit him up for a gun for it.
Right?
Can you imagine if this kid got shot?
Yeah, it's easy to imagine.
This is terrible.
He says the first thing I was wondering, was I about to die? Because they had a gun pointed at me. No shit. Saying about 8 cop cars pulled up to the school. Oh, he was holding a Doritos bag.
He was holding it. There you go.
2 hands and 1 finger out, and they said it looked like a gun.
So with your fingers out, always pinkies. Always pinkies
right?
out.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Report a suspicious person with a weapon. Principal didn't immediately realize the alert had been canceled. We understand how upsetting this was for the individual that was searched, as well as the other students who witnessed the incident. We regret the incident and wish to convey our concern to the student, wider community affected by the events.
Not an apology, but convey our concern.
Nothing even close to an apology. While the object was later determined not to be a firearm, the process functioned as intended to prioritize safety and awareness through rapid human verification.
Yeah, I get these all the time too. They usually ask me to identify.
I know it mistook an empty bag of chips for a gun, but it worked, right? I mean, we got that little blackie on the ground with a gun to his head.
Yeah,
it worked.
Usually I'm just asked to identify stoplights, crosswalks, school buses, and now they're asking me to identify guns and Doritos chips bags, but I just keep clicking on the wrong images and I can't get through. Do you guys ever have that?
We should start a GoFundMe for Taki Allen and buy him a whole case of Doritos.
Right?
Poor guy.
Yeah. Doritos. So good that you come this close to dying for them.
My girl just
asked,
asked
because of his orange fingers.
My girl just asked if George Zimmerman trained the AI.
We could get Nickelback and Megan Thee Stallion to make an appearance at the school's prom.
Well played. Well played, ma'am.
Bring back Pickle Punk. Pickleback.
That's good stuff. What do you got here, Ted Allen?
A picture of the Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, yes. That's true. Yeah.
So I saw that you had played a clip about a cube that was used to record Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've lost the technology to create that lens that allows certain light through so they could recreate moon landing videos, or motion images, pictures, Disney style.
Yeah, apparently there were 3 of them made. They don't know where they are, and what it did is it filmed the sodium light in a single band of light so they could diffuse it. And so if they put a particular chroma filter over parts of the sodium light that would wash out, but other things would be visible. It's why Mary Poppins's veil is transparent, and why you can see Dick Van Dyke throwing salt around, even though it's obviously like a fake screen and a face. He's still using real salt, and he's sitting there dancing with the penguins. Remember that?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
So we're familiar with that. I saw on YouTube some AV guys. They cracked the code and they made that filter. So they there's one that exists now. I think I might have sent you the video 6 months ago, Ted Allen.
Okay, we'll have to go back to 6 months.
I'll go check it out. Find it.
So we're familiar with green screens where the background is green, but that green sometimes is a bit too bright. So they might use a blue screen for shooting night scenes so they can remove the blue. We're talking about a technology that allows it to be like a yellow. They lighted up, the background would be yellow. And then they had this crystal cube that would shoot through it, and it would separate the color channels. So when they recompose the shot, you wouldn't have the clipping around that you'd see in those 1980s MTV music videos where they were, trying to remove the background, and then you see the clipping around the hair and around the transparent fabrics and things. But they had perfected that apparently. But we're talking about in terms of moon landing footage. Checkmate flat earthers is the hashtag people are using on social media, because we've gotten this footage apparently of the dark side of the moon, but yet they're still teasing us with a possible moon landing, which is going to happen next week or just 10 days from now or 2 weeks or something. They keep pushing back the landing of the moon. The best that we can do is fire a rocket around it and time it just right so it makes a figure 8, and then it comes back, it goes around the back, and then it slingshots itself back, and they got it all calculated. And this is brave and stunning scientific work.
Well, what's interesting is I don't recall ever hearing about the original, moon landing, supposedly that they had to go around the Earth first. I mean, from what I always heard, they just went directly to the, straight there. So
yeah, the theory of
those
gravity,
calculations were lost, and it's hurts. It's very painful and hurtful to put it back together.
Sure. So it's okay to have a sense of humor about everything except for NASA and science and the moon and the firmament and flat Earth and all these things where, you guys don't trust the science. They sent a woman and a black man to space, and now you guys are so racist for discrediting all the important science that's going on, and also SpaceX is going public.
And misogynist. Where's the DEI? Where is the DEI?
They moved to Canada.
I'm being told that I am denying all of the accomplishments of white European Western man if I don't believe that the moon landing took place exactly the way they showed it on television in 1969.
Stanley Kubrick said so.
Hillbilly Pirateer said over here.
We can ask Stanley Kubrick.
Right.
So are all you guys?
Well, they knew they got
flat earthers.
That's why they eventually had Buzz Aldrin come out and admit it. They knew they got busted in that, and eventually Buzz Aldrin came out and admitted it on late night TV. The things that everybody else had already rationalized their way through, like who the fuck could possibly have been there to fucking record the landing? Who could have possibly? Who did they leave behind to fucking record it? And how did they get that shit home?
If they had a lunar roving robot camera that was sending a feed that they could then record off of, why wouldn't you showcase that technology immediately before or after, saying, hey, look at this super killer robot that we made that's going to traverse the surface of the moon and record our brave, heroic astronauts as they make their historic first steps. Like, wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't that be like a huge brag?
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
I love that show. So is everybody flat Earth or?
I would say skeptical of all the sciences, until they can reproduce it over and over and over again. And when NASA goes ahead and tells us that this is really real, guys, and all of the language used is so ambiguous that they leave holes for us to fill with our imagination. It's as if they want there to be a part of the population that is in denial of the moon landing, so then other people can go online and dunk on flat earthers and science deniers and people who masked or didn't mask. All of these things are now categories of, well, actually, according to my Reddit post here, which I will link to you guys to upvote and crowd think about.
I don't believe the mainstream story in any way. It's pretty much it's impossible. It's in the parts that you can't prove are completely wrong. They're insane. But do I know what shape it is? Fuck no, I don't. I do know, but then also I need to clarify that being able to go to the moon doesn't really have anything to do with our shape. So that the weather, we have a closed atmosphere or an open atmosphere, which again doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But breaks scientific laws in favor of scientific theories, which they can't replicate because it's fucking science fiction nonsense. Being able to leave our atmosphere is a different argument than the Earth's shape. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a definitive answer on the Earth shape, but definitively I would say there is zero chance we can leave our atmosphere.
My preferred cosmology is Terry Pratchett's Discworld, where the Earth is a flat disc that spins around on the top of 4 elephants, who in turn stand on top of the great Atuin, the world turtle, as he swims through time and space.
You spin me right round,
baby,
right round.
In lieu of that, I'm more of a cosmic egg than that flat or ball kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a cosmic egg guy 100%. But do I know what shape exactly the yolk is? Do I know?
Right. No.
No.
Obloid, spheroid, oblong.
None of us are able to leave. Here's the whole thing. If you believe we can't go above the atmosphere, then you can't get perspective on the Earth, so you can't definitively know. Like, if you're telling me you definitively know, then I know you're wrong, because we can't leave the fucking atmosphere, so you can't tell.
Well, I have a testimony that, because I was near Cape Canaveral, right? And it was like 3 a.m. I was outside just looking up at the sky, and I saw this huge, looked like a meteorite, huge fireball coming in. And I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't have my phone. I was going to run in and get it. And I'm just looking at this thing. It was enormous, this big fireball coming in. And then all of a sudden it kind of dissipated. So I thought it was a meteorite. Then I saw like a blue light. And I just realized that it was the exhaust of some kind of, one of our spaceships, I guess.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. They never announced that they were coming, that they made a space trip. Okay. So I was not expecting to see that. It was 3 a.m. and this thing, I swear to God, it came in and I was like, whoa. And I'm watching and watching. It was like at least 2 to 3 minutes of a huge fireball. Then all of a sudden it dissipated. And then I saw that a round blue looking like, like when you're the blue part of a flame. And it started. Yeah. So, I know we can go however far up in the atmosphere that would cause when they re-enter a huge flame. I saw it with my own eyes. And we were near Cape Canaveral. Okay. But again, they did not announce it on the news. This was not something that was known to people, as far as I knew, that they did. So I don't know. Are you guys aware of NASA doing, these flights out into space without telling people?
Well, there's private space flights, SpaceX and Blue Origin.
Well, and so the atmosphere goes up much higher than what people imagine. You know, it just gets very thin. Like a lot of people, when they talk about the fucking space station that's floating around, the space station's high enough that the downward
re-entry,
well, that the downward pull isn't so great on it, and it can stay up there, but it's not in
space,
no atmosphere situation. It's still inside the atmosphere. So I don't think that we can go where there's no atmosphere, because I practice actual science, and in actual science, in a pressurized vapor system, if you take the top off it, all the fucking pressure will release, especially if the area around it is a lower pressure than that, it will equalize. It's a fucking law of science. And so everything on Earth, all the vapor, what we call air, would disappear and get sucked out into space until it equalizes. After the atmospheric pressure was relieved from the Earth because all the vapor got taken off, then all the water, all the different liquids would now vaporize because there's no pressure keeping them as a liquid. People think it's actually more atmospheric pressure that stabilizes vapors into liquids than it is temperature. The two kind of counter each other. Like,
right.
Yeah,
well, you would be for the other, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, they kind of work against each other. Like if a cylinder, like a propane cylinder, gets hot, it will gain more pressure because it will cause some more to gas off. But then the more pressure that it has, the harder it is for the liquid to vaporize off. So it stops it from vaporizing more. So the two kind of fight against each other, but
or balance each other out.
Right. Or balance each other out. Exactly. If you took away the vapor, the atmospheric pressure, the liquid will immediately vaporize until that pressure is back. So if you've got to equalize that with the entirety of space, that would never happen. So all the liquid on Earth would go and vaporize off and disappear also.
What's your take on Jupiter? Because they say Jupiter's a gas planet. I mean, is that even possible? I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, does the sun have a core?
A lot of bovine flatulence on that planet.
Well, they say that at the center of the sun is a void, a black hole, and you can see it occasionally, which is a weird concept. I don't think we have that much of an idea. I do understand.
What if it's the exit of a wormhole?
And it could be. We don't know. Like, you know, my buddy Luke, who was in the chat earlier, his cosmology that he's put together, we actually live, and it makes a fucking ton of sense. We actually live inside a black hole, and that's what the firmament is holding back. We're like that bubble inside there that appears, and we're just sitting there floating in that bubble. And actually, there's other scientists that I've even heard speculate that we live inside of a black hole, and that's all the material sucks into that, and super, super interesting.
What's your take on what do they call it? Black. It's supposed to be this invisible web that kind of keeps the universe.
Dark matter?
Dark matter, thank you.
Dark matter, I think, is kind of their explanation for probably ether, I would say, to be honest. That's like them trying to explain away ether in a different way. The thing that's tying everything together, basically.
Right, but then where they say that everything's racing farther apart. So how does that work? You know, like
right. That's again that's the two. See, and this is part of where Luke's cosmology actually rectifies these things, because that's the way that's happening in a black hole, because everything is tearing apart. And this is why us specifically, and even biblically, they call it it says that they separated the dark waters from the light waters, the chaos waters from the fucking settled waters. And we're in like this protective dome of where these two opposing forces are battling it out.
Send me that information if he's got any information or something.
We just had a brilliant fucking show like a week ago. I have not turned it to members only yet. It's with Chris Miner and them. It's on my channel, but you'll notice that the panelists are not people that you normally see, but it's Silas Speaks, Chris Miner, me, Luke, Ronan. Luke goes on with, and it's only like a week or two ago, so it's right at the top. Okay, cool. But Luke explains a lot of that in pretty heavy detail, and it is phenomenal.
Search Lost Alchemical Blueprints on Benjamin Balderson's YouTube channel.
Yep, Lost Alchemical Blueprints. That's right.
Okay.
That was an absolutely fun show. I've got, the panels. I'm on a mission to try and kind of grow things and grow myself and be able to interact with other people and things like that, and start bringing in the information that we understand and present it in a way that makes people accept it, rather than go, you're a fucking conspiracy theorist, and just reject everything. And so this has been super helpful for me. But my true love and joy is doing shows like that one. And Ted Gemsworthy had Jim Egan on a couple weeks ago, and we did Weaving Spiders, and that was just fucking amazing. Those are the things I actually love. That's the other thing I'm doing, like more as a self-growth and as a expansion thing, but I wouldn't say I love it. In fact, half the time I despise it. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Play Freebird again.
I mean, I know you know that, Edda, because Tedda has joined on a few tomato panels herself, and jumped in the fire. And there's sometimes it's pretty awesome fun, and then sometimes it's just like, fuck.
I was gonna play Boom Boom Tel Aviv if I were.
Oh gosh, I say that to people regularly, and I don't think they know what I mean usually, and I will fucking. I crack myself up with it, and that's all that counts. I don't give a fuck if they get it or not. But when they like on panels, people be like, "Oh, they just bombed this in Israel," and boom, boom, Tel Aviv, and they don't fucking, and then they just look at me, and it's like,
how can you not know? Like,
are you guys saving the Lego videos from Iran?
Oh, I love those.
It's like we've given technology to make these videos, and Iran is using them to post to social media, and it's all like these Lego AI animations that are just absolutely hilarious.
Right. You guys have to give me your X handles. I'll give you a follow. If you want to share it, of course.
But... How long do you plan on keeping your X account?
Oh, I'm planning on keeping it. I just was originally live streaming to it, but because it was eating too much bandwidth, now I'm just live streaming to Rumble. Yeah, but I still have my X account.
What did you say your X is?
Critical RVW. And you should see the Iron Cross there.
How are you spelling critical?
CRITICAL, critical, yeah.
And then RVW?
Right.
Why isn't it? I'm not getting people. I'm not getting nothing. I need to put an at.
Did you say RPW or RVW?
RVW.
Like review.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Critical RVW, like critical review, x.com/critical RVW.
I don't get, it's not pulling up nothing. Is there a space between it for the RVW or something?
Well, I just sent it to you on Teams. So,
see, I don't ever use it. It always. I have like an X for my computer somehow, and then one on my phone because I didn't ever remember that. And they're two separate things, and I don't know how to make them. Here, I'm going to copy this and paste it.
It's like the astronauts. I just
sent it to Balderson or Bennington.
I'm pasting it over into the Telegram.
The astronauts had 2 Outlook accounts, and they didn't know which one was the real one. And they're using a Microsoft SharePoint to post pictures of the moon. It's a moon mission sponsored by Microsoft and Nutella, apparently. People were really upset that they were eating Nutella in space, thinking that was some sort of commercial advertisement endorsement of Nutella.
It definitely is. Nothing like some
their fans running again, and the bathroom stalls. They're having problems with that. Some waste disposal or something.
Yeah, like what the hell's with that? First it's the Ford. And now, I mean, it's a $1 billion ship, and you can't get the toilets to work.
Dude, and right. Tell me that that's not just hilarious because there's currently a giant fucking ship that they've had to port, and they're having an investigation to see if it was fucking damaged, and that thing, the toilets have not fucking worked in forever, and eventually it caught fire because they've been out to sea forever and without working toilets, to the point where they're having to fucking all sleep in the same areas because these other areas are overrun with fucking toilet. Like, what the fuck?
How embarrassing. Okay.
Well, before you put your spacesuit on, you got to put on a dependable pair of Depends.
Yeah, dude.
Greg, your seat.
Oh, thank you, Greg. That was a perfect point. You fucking guys remember when they were pimping Tang with the astronauts?
Without the pootie?
My brother was allergic as fuck to Tang. We had to run him to the emergency room the first one time he drank Tang. That was bad.
Is that short for Tangerine Dream?
I remember Tang.
The astronauts drink Tang. So should you. That's exactly what they're doing with Nutella now. Exactly what they're doing. Good enough for the astronauts to live off of. How un-American are you if you aren't eating Nutella? Now that Dr. Oz is on the outs, and so our brand sponsor is look so good, we'll change to the astronauts.
I thought they'd bring avocados and make toast. Like breakfast on the dark side of the moon. All right, what are we serving?
I believe pudding and meat. You cannot have any pudding if you don't eat your meat, though.
I thought they'd take inspiration from Dune and they'd all wear still suits and save all their bodily fluids for recycling.
Right. You know, I've never watched the entire thing of the original Dune.
I got it. What?
I know, right?
I've seen
parts of it.
That is you've even seen parts of it not finished. That moves you from just being a faithless heathen to that is you are now what do they call those ones that were Christian and apostate? Now you're an apostate. Yes, you were shown the way and you turned.
That movie came out when I was real young. It's just one of those things I've never went back to look or watch.
Oh man, Dune is, in my opinion, top 3 greatest works of all time. The books are. The movies, the 1980s is, I love it because it's just 80s nostalgia. And
David Lynch directed.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic. But the best Dune book to movie comparison is the 90s Dune that was made for sci-fi. Actually, it wasn't as glorious as the 80s with like costuming and all that kind of thing, but true to the book, way closer. And the newest Dune, don't fucking watch that.
Don't even bother, right?
Do not do it. It like, especially the second one. The first one wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. Like, there's parts of it I enjoyed, parts of it I didn't, and I was okay with that. I was like, you know, you can't expect to love the whole thing. You know, that's unreasonable. But
Right.
you know, the second one, he's like, oh, let me take the entire plot line of the fucking books, wipe my ass with it, light it on fire.
Completely disrespectful to the source material.
I hate that. But you know, Lord of the Rings, they did do a good job with that. The Hobbit sucked.
You know,
I
they
was
did
so
a decent
pissed.
job. They did a
Huh?
decent job. Again,
Yeah.
if you read the books, you're like, but I can accept it. Like I said, Lord of the Rings, I can accept it because, again, you can't expect it to be perfect like you would dream of. You didn't make the movie. So, and even that guy was under constraints of some sort. So he also can't make what he wants perfectly. So I can accept it. I also enjoy and love the Lord of the Rings movie. Dennis Villanueva needs to be kicked in his nuts until he can never walk again.
His name's Denis. It's a silent S.
Yeah, get it
and
right.
then his last name is.
It's Denis, okay?
It's Denis. Okay.
But I would
But at least with Lord of the Rings, at least they actually used people, right? You know, as the orcs, and you know, whereas with the Hobbit, it was all CGI. I was so pissed off. I actually walked out of the movie. I'm like,
I read the books when I was a kid. I thought they were cool. I was surprised that the movie didn't have Tom Bombadil in it. That didn't make
One of
any
my
sense to
complaints.
me.
Because
See,
that is a
he
direct.
was there, wasn't he?
He
Very
wasn't.
briefly, very
Uh-uh.
briefly,
No,
wasn't he?
he's not in the movie. And the thing is that totally fucks up the entire trip because the Nazguls in the movie, it's just like they just quit following because they, you know, it was dinner time or something. They're like, fuck it. We don't need to chase these guys no more. In the book,
sure, but
they quit chasing because they entered Tom Bombadil's boundaries. And the Nazgul are like, nope, not fucking with that primal ass being.
Those people on the boards realize that you need to take something you like from the movie and remove it so then they can remake it, right? So there's a reason to remake the movie now because they didn't include this one thing. That's the reason why they're going to now make a Tom Bombadil version of the remake. They're also remaking Harry Potter. So there's that.
Tom Bombadil is so overpowerful as a being that he takes the One Ring, slips it on, doesn't disappear, nothing happens, and it's like, yeah, that's a cute toy, and hands it back to Frodo and tells Frodo that his hand looks better without it. Like, don't play with this nasty little thing. Like
So then why didn't Tom Bombadil fight Mordor and all that? If you know what I mean.
Wasn't his job. He was busy getting fucking picking stuff for his old lady. You got to keep her happy. Jeez. I'm over here doing what Christy wants. Fuck you guys. Take care of your own shit.
Right.
Right.
Peter Jackson to film a moon landing movie.
Yeah, he'll be the new what's his name?
Kubrick.
Yes, thank you.
Stanley.
And also
He looks like Stanley with the Jufro, you know.
He looks like
not
if
Stan
Stanley
Lee.
Kubrick. He looks like if Stanley Kubrick fucked Michael Tracy. That's
also,
Peter
I find
Jackson
it irritating that they didn't clarify that, like, Gandalf, the whole reason that he was able to beat the Balrog is because he's wearing the Elven Ring of Fire. Like, the Elven rings were still in play. What's her name? That's how come she can beat Sauron, because she's also wearing one of the Elven rings.
You're saying Elden with a V. There's a video game series called Elden Ring. I think it was written by the Game of Thrones guy. So we got to really be careful on how we pronounce these words.
I have to get the whole series of the Game of Thrones and watch it. I didn't watch all of it. Because when it first came out, I was kind of creeped out by it. I was like,
time with anything after like the second season, maybe third.
Okay.
After that, you just might as well not watch the piece of shit.
Really?
If you've read the books, anyways. If you've not read the books, maybe you'll be happy with it. But
watch it on DVD. The lower resolution really helps you from seeing all the wigs and the seams in the costumes.
Okay.
That really wasn't my complaint at all, but I'm not sure why.
But didn't
I am not a technical guy. That's why I have a Mark. That's why I have a Ted Allen.
But didn't the elves and the dwarves and everybody take part in
an orgy?
No, they took part in taking the rings, where he was able to control them all because they each took their ring for each race.
It was a problem for the men. It never said it was a problem for the elves. It was a problem for the men and a problem for the dwarves to some degree, but it wasn't a problem for the elves.
Okay, see, in the movie, they made it look like it was part of, that the elves were, to some degree.
It says they were given to the elves, and then the elves story never gets talked about again.
Okay.
And then that's part of my irritation, that the elves were still actively using the rings, and obviously Gandalf wasn't an elf, but he was wearing the ring of fire, that the elven ring of fire. And he tapped into it when he went to fight the Balrog in the book. That's part he didn't normally tap into it, but right at that moment when it was time to fucking fight a Balrog, he's like, "Yep, guess what?"
That's one of my favorite monsters, and that is the Balrog. That's badass.
Thought the real monster in the story was the elves' melanation problem that I think they finally solved.
That was the first time that they had like full CGI fire in a movie too, right? Or one of them?
Could be.
Because that was what, 99?
Yeah.
After Jurassic
And it was
Park.
much better than the one that I can remember before that was Devil's Advocate.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked horrible in Devil's Advocate, although the rest of that shit was fucking freaky as fuck at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cat food's not yours.
I thought that was your Al Pacino impression for a half a second. Right in the middle of it, talking about Devil's Advocate, and then you start yawning. Shit.
War. What is it good for? And you say absolutely nothing.
Tyr keeps going over the cats. So the cat food, most of the cats are outside, so it gets dumped in a bowl, and then the rest of the bag's brought in here. Tyr's food's over here in one of the, and Steve knows this part. We just dump all the food in a big 50-pound bin, and it gravity feeds so they can eat whenever they want. Although we need to figure out something to fix it for this fat ass. Yeah, Tubby. And he's over there fighting the cat, and that's what the growling noise that you guys are hearing occasionally. It's because he's over there chewing the cat out for eating cat food out of the bag over there, which isn't yours, fatty. Not like you've missed a fucking meal.
What if they identify as cat?
Do you identify as a cat? Tyr? Mighty Tyr? Are you my Thundercat? He can wag his tail to that. He quit wagging his tail like, fuck no, you ain't fucking riding me, motherfucker.
You got a lion-o in there?
I used to like that cartoon.
That is why the Seth Green, that show that he made, that fucking everything was like 80s
Robot Chicken.
Oh, that was hilarious because of the nostalgia of it. Like I love the Thundercats one where Tigara or whatever the fuck the name of the chick was, and Lion-O fucking give me sight beyond sights and peers into the bathroom at her going to the oh, Chitara. That's it. That's the girl, Chitara.
Yeah, I remember. And Lion-O and Panthera or something. Wasn't there a panther?
I thought the Thundercats were all gay.
Apparently Lion-O wasn't. He was peeping Chitara going to the bathroom.
Out there prancing around like a bunch of leather daddies. Freaking
like Billy Squire, man. Like Billy Squire.
Yeah.
It is
bisexuality.
The Thundercats and He-Man was obviously gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went into the closet, and then when he came out of the closet, he was in a furry freaking Speedo, and he had the power.
Yeah, he went from twink to bear.
Right.
Well, there's still real people dressing up in the furries, you know.
Oh man, that's kind of taken off, at least in these high liberal large city areas. That shit's taken off more than a person would ever have imagined.
Now they're moving to Canada now.
By large cities, Ben means Eureka.
Well played. And I do.
Going to that fancy foreign restaurant, you know, Mazzati's.
Fucking when I tell people it takes me an hour and a half to get to the post office and back, I think they just think I'm full of like, no, that's wild.
Not even on horseback.
Yeah. Freaking. And it's about it's about a solid 2 hours, two and a half hours to get to Eureka. And that's
one way.
One way. And that's where any store that really has anything is going to be. Like that's where you're going to run into your first Walmart or anything like that. Anything that's not a small town store where the prices are tripled or quadrupled.
Right.
Yeah, that's why once like today I was gone all day. We went clear up there and went grocery shopping because for a $300 you in Garberville here, the closest grocery store to me, which only takes like an hour and 15 minutes to get to from here, instead of the 2.5 hours. That one is fucking for $300. I'll come home with maybe a grocery bag and a half. Hey, it's horrifying, and sometimes it's worth it if you're only buying like $100 worth of shit. I'm not going to drive clear to Fortuna. It costs me $70 right now to go to Fortuna and back.
Yeah.
Just in the gas alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I paid $7.90 or green diesel was $7.90 today.
You gotta saddle up your alpacas and pull a buggy or some shit. I don't know what.
Straight up. I'm thinking
assist me in better using.
What?
I know how to ride horse.
Yeah, it's $50 to $80 a grocery bag here in Marin County.
I bought one package of chicken. Okay, it's like $5 a pound. It cost me $20. It's insane.
The birds? They're still all up here.
Sticker shock continues.
Dude, it's all bad, and it's going to get worse because the shipping prices hasn't really even hit the stuff in the stores yet.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when all of a sudden this fucking $8 fucking diesel fuel, which that's what them semis seem to run off of. Not too many gas or semis running around. So the fucking $8 semi fuel, that shit's going to spike shipping prices severely. I remember originally when diesel fuel, because when I was a young man, and not even a young man, when I was a young adult, the diesel was much cheaper than gas. And when back then, literally, like from in South Dakota in the winter, people would just leave their diesel truck running all night because it didn't cost shit to run it all night. And then in the morning, you didn't have to spend 2 hours trying to get the fucking thing started. and tearing up your engine trying to start. It was way better for your truck just to leave it idling out in the driveway. And then in my twins were like 2, they're 21, so it'd been almost 20 years ago. All of a sudden, about 20 years ago, all of a sudden the prices flip-flopped, and fucking diesel is much more expensive than gas, even though diesel takes much less refining. And fucking all the small truck companies went under. All of a sudden, guys like Swift and shit were the only real ones around anymore. There used to be a nice variety of smaller truck companies that, owned 3, 4, 5 trucks. And those all died because they couldn't afford to fucking run anymore. And the price of shipping wasn't going up because the bigger companies took that hit and let these smaller guys die. And then they brought up the price of shipping after that, after all these small companies went under. So now the price of shipping's outrageous. It's going to be more outrageous here in a couple months, just like fucking during the 2020, all the supply chain shortages didn't hit in 2020, but or at the beginning of 2020, but end of 2020, 2021, things got real funky when you went to stores. And that's about to happen again. It takes about 6 months for that supply chain to break apart. But once it does, just like when I was in the Army, we do formation runs where y'all have to run in your formation. And if a gap appears at the very front of the formation, then these guys run up to catch up to it. These guys run up. These guys run up. By the time it gets to the end of the formation, them guys at the end, they're running a long fucking ways to catch back up. And this is what's going to happen, is the supply chain is going to break, and it's going to get worse and worse, and it's going to take us a long fucking time to come back out of this. And they're going to just be tearing people apart for any kind of shipping.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, well, let's follow that to a logical conclusion there too. You're going to see an increase in shipments being attacked, hijacked, contents, removed and sold on black or gray market. They're driving people back to sort of a
1980s violence.
Yeah.
Are we talking literal highway robbery?
Yeah, they brought back stagecoach train style robberies on horseback in Texas. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Was that about some candy that was stolen from the back of a truck?
No, it wasn't the Great Skittles heist.
Okay.
No, they're actually like tried to rob freaking shipments carrying like saleable goods or cash or anything like that. Anything. You can turn around and then they're dumping it right back into their communities too. But yeah, there's some they even call themselves like they're like broke back something too. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if they're all gay cowboys. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's going to increase so rapidly because the news isn't talking about it, but we're in a Great Depression right now. Like, the people of the country have nothing. It's going to be so much worse than 2000.
Some people are saying this is the greatest depression of all.
Yeah.
I'm not depressed.
There's never been a depression this great, believe me. All of the other depressions, amateurs.
You got to hold up your bars while you're saying that. What are you guys talking about?
Many people have said the greatest depression of all time.
Kit Kat bars.
Kit Kat. Yeah.
Nobody thought it was possible. It was unbelievable.
Ted Gemsworthy showing off 12 metric tons of Kit Kat that had vanished from Italy to Poland, and they appeared at Ted Gemsworthy's cabin there.
Ted Gemsworthy will be selling Krugerrands.
Yeah. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
What are you bronzing up with those?
Everything.
Everything?
Cheeks.
Anything.
You can kiss my bronze balls.
Well, yeah, we're making some balls. I'm gonna make some balls out of it.
Heck yeah.
Bronze balls.
He went and had after his recent demigod of a son's birth. He went and had that fucking hammer fucking bronzed, and now he's gonna make a replicas of it for the to bless the world with.
You bronzed your hammer?
Yeah. It's a big hammer.
In the dark.
Sometimes. No backs are broken with this hammer.
Bronzing the hammer should be the title of the episode for tonight.
Bronzing the hammer. The great hammer of war.
Big hammer.
Bronzing the old hammer.
Mr. Gemsworthy sent me a clip of Canadian politics a while back, and I finally got around to watching it, and wow.
Oh yeah, they the National Democratic Party of Canada had their annual conference.
Yeah,
and it was for the audience, if you haven't seen this, in order to just kind of get yourself in the mind frame for what we're about to witness. You remember several years back, the Democratic Socialists of America released that hilarious video of the "please do not use gendered language" and that whole thing. This is the Canadian version of exactly that.
Oh, Canada. So this is just kind of jump to the punchline here, so we don't have to see all of it unless we want to. The best bit is right here.
Of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone with a prominently displayed equity card. If I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity.
Into a goblin given those fucking ears.
They look a little stretched.
A political goblin.
She is she's overjoyed ever since Harry Potter gave her that sock.
Our first mistake was to assume their gender.
Correct.
Our second mistake was not to have a card ready to hold up with the proper color, which would probably be a big white card, which would probably put us at the back of the line.
Definitely back of the bus.
Does she not realize that they made pads for shoulders if you're going to try and look like a dude?
Well, okay, they've made pads for between the legs as well, but those were never tested on birthing people.
Like, are those ears even fucking real? It reminds me of fucking Ross Perot's ears, only they aren't round. Like, but you're just pretty sure you could pluck that thing right off.
This individual comes from a long line of treehouse cookie makers, and we should all be so lucky to have such a fine elf.
Keebler.
She lives in a hollow tree.
Keebler. Oh, I wish Ben Stein had something to say about politics.
All right, I have updated the title on but okay,
so what is an equity card?
The whole straight lines thing is hilarious. Do you have a clip as an explainer for this?
This whole clip is explaining it. It's self-explanatory, I guess. It's just showing their bizarre behavior. An equity card is not like a credit card. It's not about financial privileges. It's about, let's just see what it's about.
Oddly enough, it works both like an Uno skip card and an Uno reverse card.
Points of order, Robert Alley, he, they. My understanding as an equity-seeking delegate is that these cards are to help the chair hear equity-seeking persons, and that we don't only hear from white male delegates.
So there's some intersplice of some memes here from this great edit.
Now, this is my first convention, but so I could be wrong, but the reason for my concern is that yesterday during the housing resolution, after a white man spoke, someone at this mic waved their equity card only to give their speaking spot to a white man. Now, that white man being a leadership delegate, notwithstanding, I had lined up.
Wait, am I not supposed to snap for that?
Well, he said littership, but I don't know if that's like a cat thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that meant either. I was waiting.
Like leering setter.
This individual is very, very nervous. They prepared their speech and they're reading it from their phone. Just have to give them a little bit of grace and standing room.
Time to discuss the housing resolution, like many others, including my fellow delegate Akua. I just want us as a body to understand the spirit of these cards, because we are a party governed by processes and not by any sort of shock doctrine.
My recommendation is to pass a Kahlua to a Kua so that they loosen up a little bit.
I watched someone in this party wave their equity card for a white man.
Like I said before, it's my first convention. I can tell tensions are high with the leadership contest, and I just want us to make sure that we remember our values that brought us here. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Okay, just no, stop it.
Like, what kind of shit is that? Does he not realize that France is mostly right? If he was, shouldn't he have been like, no?
Look at my African American over here.
Is this the reason why they canceled the new Star Trek series?
And also, they're not down with shock value, including the chick that's the head person with him. Never mind that this is the only fucking crazed liberal bitch wearing a mask amongst other crazed liberals. Like, she's the extra, that's extra special. She's like above all these other liberals because her crazy ass is still wearing a fucking mask.
Mm-hmm. What else we got here, Ted Allen?
There's a whole lot more, and Akua's defense, we wouldn't be able to see Akua because they lit this set for white people and not for people of color.
Hi, Akua from Pong, pronouns she, her, Whippy, Ontario. I would like to echo the sentiments of my friend Robert here. Yes.
Ooh, her original pronouns. That's bold.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Robert,
all right.
Okay.
You go cook Akua.
Okay, what color is the card?
Like somebody bit the corner off.
Yeah.
She was gnawing on it nervously under the fucking bird mask.
Did they model this after the footy ball, the soccer game? What is this card color? Is that kind of a fuchsia?
It's definitely alarming. It actually looks like the inside of a strip club. Isn't that 1980s fucking exclamation black and pink neon stripper underbelly pink?
All right, fellas, coming to the stage right now. Give her a big pink pony. Welcome, Akua. And like it's just like a lame spoken word slam poetry thing. She doesn't even spin around on the pole. She just stares disapprovingly at you. Still has the mask on.
Her poem doesn't actually even rhyme. It's just angry non sequitur sentences.
It's her roommate trying to do Gil Scott Heron poems. She actually goes out to Whitey on the Moon.
I think Robert's holding her elbow so that her wrist can properly quiver and quake as she holds up her equity card.
Friend.
Yeah, I'm very supportive.
Friend. Was used in an inappropriate manner.
Friends are mad at him.
And while I understand in Ontario we note this as equity, even if this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. No shit.
Many of us are living in the most oppressive conservative governments across this country. I'm from Ontario.
She's from Ontario.
Is she upset that she can't trade her equity card in for like a 2-piece and a biscuit? Is that what I'm getting? Like it's not good for redeemable.
You know what, Steve? I realize that they're only showing from the shoulders up. But I'm putting my money on she's a bucket and a 6-pack girl.
Yeah,
so it's a dating profile.
Yeah, you know, a 2-piece and a biscuit. I don't think that's cutting it.
I can't take my gender equity card out and trade it in for a tin of Zins and a 12er, eh? This is really problematic.
I found a rat. I found a rat in my equity card, eh?
What about a 40-ounce?
I'm not trying to sue you. I'm not trying
trade it in for a 40-ounce.
We don't want any money. We don't want any money, eh? If you could just give me a free KFC for life.
Point of privilege, eh? Why can't we trade these cards in for a couple of tickets to the Leafs?
Can we address the problem of privilege of living in a food desert?
A lot of you are dealing with this in places like Alberta as well as Saskatchewan. To abuse the privilege of this card means that we don't allow individuals like myself with intersections that have been used for unpaid labor to build this party. That means that they go unnoticed and that they are disrespected. I want people to be mindful of what this card means as we continue convention. It's not enough to say that we believe in gender equity, and it's not enough to say that we are intersectional and value social justice if we do not model that behavior inside and outside of this space. Thank you.
Just trying to keep up with all the terms would drive me crazy.
So convention is like powwow, I think. Does that help?
How do you manage to turn Canadian into an uptalk language?
Saskatchewan?
Intersectionality in terms of equity. The fucking up talking just kills me, dude. Oh, this is not...
You haven't heard of the Great Canadian Valley, you hoser?
Just real quickly, Ted Allen. I found one too. I would like to roll
some strange brew to bring up.
There's a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
Yes, personal privilege. I am Lyle Culpepper. I am non-binary. I am a person of color, which happens to be white color. Egalitarian, two-spirit furry. I'm also sex positive. I'm also sex negative. I'm also a Muslim adjacent Hamas supporter, and I am disabled. I have a condition called SIPME, which is stress-induced premature ejaculation, and I am Korean, but not by blood. And I have all my cards. I have my race, equity, and gender card here, so pretty much top of the list. And there are been some comrades who have skipped in front of me. I've recently gotten my oppression graded at a 9.7. So in terms of being able to speak, I would like to ask for extended time to speak. And perhaps I could come up on stage with you, Madam Emma Stone. Or sorry, them a stone.
Not right now.
We should make him an emoji.
What's this? What I'm curious to know what you guys think. What's the likelihood of these people, any of them, if you want to call them people, being able to survive the up and coming Great Depression? I mean, I see these people like the first to go.
Zero. Dude, these megas, and I'm gonna say it, these mega cities, because that's what we're at. These mega cities are cancers on the fucking earth. Mm-hmm. And the problem with those mega cities is every 3 days, a grocery store has 3 days of food. That means every fucking 3 days, trucks have to refill that whole fucking store coming from places like where I live, where we produce food.
Sure.
Now, when that system breaks, then sure, we're going to lose the internet out here, but I'm still eating.
Right. So
right? I still have running water. I'm still eating. My house is still heated because I chop down trees and burn them to make heat.
Can you picture these people showing up at the grocery store with their little color cards?
No, they don't go to the grocery
they
store.
Show up in the grocery store and it looks like there was a going out of business sale 3 days ago. Fucking, it's good. It's going to be on.
I have my card.
Right. This is why they have oppression.
I got a yellow one.
Rating. There are so many mutual aid requests coming in that they have to sort them to the top. So the most oppressed person gets their mutual aid benefits met first, and then from there on, if there's anything left, they fight over it. Scraps on the bottom.
Dude, all virtues die when you're hungry. That's when you really find out where your morals sit. What will you do when you're hungry? And they're going to eat each other.
Yeah, this is what's happening in real time at this convention.
Yeah. They'll get robbed on the way out back out to the parking lot.
Those I agree with. I can't remember who said it in the chat. Those have got to be prosthetic ears. I also want to know why it looks like her nasal canals have collapsed. Like she tried to snort a monster line of cocaine. And the
if you had to cook for everyone at Hogwarts, you'd need a little blow too.
So this is nothing to do with designer babies or having good jeans that Sydney Sweeney would be proud to wear. This is about delegates debating and voting on policy resolutions in Canada for a political party.
There's a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but
that is definitely not a Filipino lady.
It's hard.
Right. We definitely need a societal collapse. That's all. It's adjourned.
That's an Eskimo, baby.
They serve chop suey Chinese food out of an igloo.
As a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked. And it's frustrating when these are my rights being directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had spoken over me. And I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future, the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a
hold the fuck on. Just absolute potato of a human being.
Hey, Bobby Lee has feelings.
The only thing that they said while up there was bitching around because some straight person got to talk, but then made no secondary point. Well, what was the point that you were?
The point was the complaint. Ben,
right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is almost like when cops fucking arrest people for fucking resisting arrest, but you're like, well, what were you arresting them for? Resisting arrest.
Yeah.
But what was the original arrest going to be that they resisted?
The point
resisted
is
arrest.
a point of order. It's a point of order. You're misusing your card.
But I mean, if the potato had nothing to say in the first place, why would this even be a thing? Like, what was your thing you needed to say that you were so irritated you didn't get to say first?
They then were just there to attend the convention, and then they witnessed the atrocity of the misuse of the equity cards, and they had to speak up about it.
Oofda. And let me tell you, a system that fucking a system that prioritizes the most absolutely useless and broke and to the point I'm certain where almost anybody that has anything like a rational statement to make doesn't even get heard. That's fucking brilliant.
And when you're wearing 2 large yarmulkes as pasties, every gender looks the same.
That's valid.
Is that okay? I do have bad eyesight. I can't tell if that's a flower or if she's wearing a Winnie the Pooh moo.
There's oppression grading happening in real time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we get AI to take some of this unpaid service labor off of our hands and tell us what color is that card? Is it neon green? Is it yellow?
I would have the hardest time asking this thing, what's it like working with Andrew Santino?
Yeah, Dingo's got it right. The name of this: Virtue Signal Olympics meets Oppression Olympics.
Yeah.
This is.
It's really hard
like
to
the Lap Olympics back in the day. If you're
that's
that old.
difficult to fit on the oppression grading cards.
To be honest, though, I'm just here because I heard Katy Perry might show up. There might be some fireworks.
I heard that she's Justin Trudeau's beard now, eh? And I was just wondering what it was like hanging out with Fidel Castro's son.
Oh God, bitch can throw an able skeever over a dike, eh? That's fucking hilarious. I can't believe the word able skeever popped up in the chat.
You came up with that.
No, that was fucking. That's fucking Noid and Ball.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my God.
There's a little more here in this video.
Well, I mean, but look, if it's the same kind of Inuit as this, I mean, that's got to be a pretty short dike. I don't know if we're talking about a heroic feat.
And I gotta say, I think that I think she's got like the Batista thing going on. If you try and throw an able skeever, which able skeevers are delicious, hey? And if you try and throw one over that beast, that thing is catching that thing. I think it could probably just out of sheer hunger get 4 or 5 vertical feet. You'd be surprised.
So that's a good chat award. Is that coming from a YouTuber or a Rumbler?
Especially if that able skeever has been properly dipped in some fruit sauce and then powdered with sugar. There's no way that human potato is missing the powdered sugar.
Well, let's see a little bit more. It gets better or worse.
Of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone with a prominently displayed equity card. If I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you. This applies so far, according to your rules, for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con,
We went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card. The delegate at microphone 2 had been in line before you, which is why I went there first. We're going to hear from the speaker on microphone 3, and then it will be your turn.
Thank you.
It is not an ideal process, friends. I do not make these rules. I don't even love them. Microphone 3.
Who made the rules?
Well, the committee.
The committee did, and they're able to change the rules as they see fit.
Well, you have to file a motion with the rules committee.
Yeah, was this garment approved at all? Yeah, how would you describe this garment this individual's wearing?
Well, keffiyeh is, at least in Syria, they're all worn by men. They're not worn by women.
Well, I mean, we're not assuming gender.
The most excellent part of this is nothing of any actual political use has been said in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. This is like going to the job site and watching everybody circle jerk for the entire day and nothing actually happens. And then
imagine being so messed up in the head that you can't even say the word straight.
right. You have to. You
straight in a
offended
straight
you.
line fucks you up. And I mean, what?
You offended yourself by saying the word straight.
Yeah,
Hang it up.
I have to use the word straight, so I'm gonna kvetch a little bit. I mean,
It's
like,
Canada.
wow.
You got a number you can call. Hang it up.
And why is it even straight versus gay? That makes no sense. The opposite of straight would be like curved or not straight. Why would gay be the word that's the opposite?
Everyone form a crooked line to the microphone.
Crooked.
Form a big circle to the microphone.
Although crooked was typically reserved for criminal activities, because then you're also not walking the straight line. The straight and narrow would be the societal normal person. So crooked, was always reserved for. So why wouldn't it maybe be like curved or inverted?
Yes,
Everyone
neutral.
Everyone in line. I don't know what is the 6 feet equivalent in meters for Canada. They have to stand so far apart, so the lines are getting longer. And longer.
Were gay people back then really happy? Is that why they turned it into a word that was synonymous with happy at the time?
It's a boot 1.8 meters, Ted Allen.
Like, because now boys are really, really angry. So, was that not the case back when they did this? And
right. Well, they went from fairies to queens, right? And so,
sure.
fairies much more whimsical. You would expect you expect your fairies to prance, maybe even mince, certainly skedaddle.
Yeah.
Whereas queens can be downright vicious. In fact, throughout history, some of
Queen, they're all like Queen Mab now.
Vicious queens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frolicking, skedaddling.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I say, bring back the prancing fairies. You probably have a lot less of this militant blue-haired shit.
Okay, so the point is we want to elect ourselves into the parliament or the government so that we can pay ourselves for our previously unpaid labors.
Yeah, caught that. That they were internship or helping a political party that never has ever historically been paid for anybody is now turned into slavery because a black person said it.
I wonder if straight white men could go and say, well, that you guys are really, trans men, see if people would believe it.
Well, do we even want the vote of the straight dudes? Maybe their vote should count for like half a vote or like a fourth of a vote.
Yeah, at least there was actually black people at this event. The last big protest I actually was physically near and saw with my own two eyes was a BLM event, and it was in Woodstock, New York, and fucking everybody there was fucking white at that event. We're like, and that's all we stopped to check out. We're like, wow, not a single non-white fucking hippie ass fucking old person here. Every single one. And then we're driving down the block, and I was actually at James True, and James and a black couple came out of this shop. They got this undeservedly, and fucking James leans out the window and goes, "Your lives matter." Like, they're just looking like, what the fuck did we do? Like, you know, just some people black people vacationing. They don't care about the crazy fucking white broads over here.
So, Canada, how do you think they're doing up there?
Yeah, Project Cheney's she's a good one. That's a normal person, is what she is. You know, straight out. Well, she's an extraordinary person. I wouldn't call her normal. I'm going to take that back.
Correct.
I'm going to take that back. Project Cheney is extraordinary.
We'll allow it.
But in a good way.
Okay.
Quite lovely for an abomination. Yes.
Point of personal order. We'll allow it. It's Robert's rules. These are Ted's rules now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's Canada, eh?
No,
what's the other party look like?
Cheney fights against the nonsense agenda also. Like, and I've absolutely always said, and even just yesterday, I think was it yesterday? Yeah, I was in a debate, and there was an argument about gay people. I'm like, gay is a normal state. It's an anomaly. Obviously, they can't procreate and make more of themselves, so it's an anomaly. But it doesn't happen in the animal world. It happens in the human world. It happens, and the humans are animals, so it just fucking happens. It's just a thing. So what? You know, who cares? Like, I had 2 chickens, 2 roosters, and those 2 literally used to hump each other all day. Elton John and Liberace was what we named them. Fucking, and if any other chicken came near them, they beat the brakes off that fucking rooster. Like, they were like, they humped each other and beat the fuck out of everything else. Like, they were mean.
Are you in the music business if you're the guy that pushes Elton John's stool in?
Oh, we got a turtle head poking out there? What are you talking, pushing the stool in?
Oh, when he sits down or stands up.
That's okay, way philosophy. Even though I debate hard against it, understand that I'm debating. I'm not I don't have any if you want to follow Jesus, then that's cool by me. Like, don't, you know, to each his own. I if you get something enlightenment out of it and a better life, then awesome.
Jesus, man, I'm about to start believing in Alice Cooper. Did you know he's going on the road? He's got a summer tour lined up.
Jeez.
Is he playing all the casinos, hotels, resorts?
Right. He's
gonna be at Treasure Island.
He's going on a tour of assisted living facilities and the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Like, I one of my very first my very first vehicle was 74 F-150, and might have been an F-100. 8-track player, Alice Cooper 8-track. Welcome to my, or not, it wasn't Welcome to My Nightmare. It was the Black Widow, and it's the one that had the song Black Widow that had Vincent Price orating the beginning of it. And fucking, oh yeah, that was the shit. That was the good shit on 8-track. on 8-track. That dude is currently going on tour. He had things that were on 8-track.
That's when
the
sex,
secret
drugs, and rock and roll become sex, drugs. And
He's playing big theaters, arenas, amphitheaters.
You know how much cocaine that's going to take?
For Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think he just
don't know.
golf. He just plays enough golf. He walks
This
around.
is wild, dude. He's going from like some Alliant Energy powerhouse in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, to Terre Haute, Indiana.
Wow.
And then playing some theaters, and then Pikeville, Kentucky, the Appalachian Wireless Arena. But
Good
yeah,
for him.
dude, that's crazy. Playing, he's with Chris Angel in Vegas for a short residency at Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, you see Metallica's now a Vegas act.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you know who did the most cocaine though? Bruce Campbell.
Rick James?
Bruce Campbell during the flight, during the 666 tour. That dude played 66 different countries over like a 2-month course, flew the fucking plane himself to each of the destinations, and still was bouncing off the walls like a fucking angry ping pong ball during the concerts. Like he had just he had an IV in him. He wasn't even coming close to snorting that amount. Like he was streaming that in him like Scott Steiner did steroids back in the day. Nothing on that one.
Is that the soup can guy? Bruce Campbell.
No Scott Steiner.
Who's that? Trying to appeal to Zoomer.
He's pretending like he didn't watch wrestling. He lived in the fucking Midwest. He's lowbrow. Don't pretend. Sit there. Oh, he's stone facing me, you fucker.
We decided we are no brow.
That's an impressive stone face.
Playing poker tonight.
Yeah, he's stone facing you, fucker. You fucker. Marcus is the one that spent the first year not laughing at a single joke you made just to fucking get under your skin, not me. You're gonna stone face me.
It's because I don't like that guy who's got a talk show now. He was on Saturday Night Live and he broke at every sketch, and then it's just a polite way to not be the number one Ted in the talk show. It's like my reaction, is the only reaction, and I just have to laugh at everything to let everybody know that I found the humor in everything.
Steve might legitimately be frozen.
Who's that guy that
you were
SNL and laughed at everything all the time?
Fallon.
Fallon. Fall on.
And Greg Dubb got the Steiner reference.
Chris Kattan was the one who broke character all the time.
Oh yeah.
In the Jimmy Fallon era. I mean, Jimmy Fallon was bad. He would laugh at shit but yeah.
It was like an insincere sort of laugh too.
Yeah.
Coming up, Chris. Did you send Chris away? Send Chris Minor Lake. Dude, Chris, I don't care. That night at the Roxbury is still fucking hilarious. I watched that with Christy like a month ago.
I mean, Chris Kattan's character in Undercover Brother is silly and funny.
Oh God, the dog and the cocaine. Oh fuck, that shit was hilarious. Would you like some Girl Scout cookies? Yeah, Big Papa Pump. That's what I'm talking about.
Is there a new comedy movie coming out?
On it.
There is a comedy movie. David Spade.
Yeah.
And Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn.
Oh, did you guys see the Theo Vaughn thing?
Yeah.
Are you still there, Tedda?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's
David
where Mark
Spade
is.
sucks.
Ted Allen was headed with this.
She's booking movie tickets right now for the only comedy that we'll ever see again. We gotta support this one.
David Spade sucks. Okay, he's terrible. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody if they like him, but no, he's
just had the right connections in his family.
Yeah, the blue kind.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not one way or the other. I did see an interview or a podcast or something with him and Dana Carvey, and this was during the pandemic years, and they were both really hard on it and making fun of it and talking mad shit about the stupidity of it. So I don't know what his normal stances on things are, but I appreciated that one at least.
David Spade's brother was married to Kate Spade, who she was a designer, and she was somebody who was who hung herself with a red cord.
Oh, she's in the Red Tie Club, huh?
The Red Tie Club, yes.
Kate Spade, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's his brother's wife. They're from like a wealthy.
Yeah, that's the one that
witchy magic sort of background.
Yeah,
family.
satanic. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Indeed.
Okay. Guess I'll just wait until it's on VHS to see it.
To see
Bus Boys, Theo Von and David Spade.
I'm sure it'll be funny.
Okay.
If you stop watching things with Hollywood actors that are connected to satanic rituals, then there wouldn't be much to watch.
No, they don't let normal people in anymore. I feel like at some point, there was decent people there, but just like any other thing, they've just slowly taken over more and more.
Yeah. Did you guys see that one commercial that was playing during the Olympics about the cake eating thing?
No.
Okay, I'll send it to you guys. I mean, it's basically.
Yeah, we can't play that on here.
Maria, no, but I'll send it. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see it after the show. But
yeah,
but yeah, it's basically Marina Abramovich. Yeah, it's really messed up. I'm like,
the
wow.
human cakes.
Yeah. I swear to God.
Yeah, we played a couple of those videos on the show over the years.
Yeah, but this was an actual commercial for like a body scent, and the thing they were trying to say is that, oh, you smell so good, I could eat you. That, I mean, yeah.
And they're like going.
This is the only commercial I've got. Is this the one you're looking for? The cowboy catheter?
No, I'm gonna put it.
Catheter patients on Medicare. I'm a professional cowboy talking to you about free samples from Medical Direct Club. If you use catheters and have insurance, you really should call. Remember those nearly pain-free catheters? Not only will they send you free samples, but if you're not completely happy, they'll pick them up for free. Now that's saying something. No other company picks up something after you've ordered it right from your doorstep. I'm not talking about driving it back to the store. Oh, no. I'm saying Medical Direct Club sends a delivery man back out to your house to get it for free. No questions asked. Might as well try it just for that. Good American company with great, nearly pain-free catheters. Take it from me. Skip the pain, call now. They handle your paperwork with Medicare or insurance and your doctor. They ship you your nearly pain-free catheters and pick them up for free. You can keep the free samples. If you like one of them better, they'll send them for free too. Call now.
Because it's free. If you didn't say free,
it's nearly painless. There's an asterisk on a lot of this stuff.
And we all use them for a 3-hour stream.
For cattle calls?
They come in absolutely, they're indispensable.
Sure. Yeah. So, what is it?
The asterisk is, if you're not a cowboy, shoving something in your pee hole is probably going to be a lot more painful than the commercial will lead you to believe. Yeah.
Was it?
They used to run those late night on Fox News, and yeah.
I thought that was a gag.
We're gonna get hit for that for sure.
Cut away from
the cowboy catheter commercial. No,
it's a piece of like vintage television. It's fine.
We're adding our commentary describing what a catheter is, what pain feels
so we all
like.
kind of sat there just staring at it because I think none of us knew what to say, and you just laughed.
Oh, I knew exactly what we were in for. There was one of those. I think somebody related to the Daily Show or something like that had a running bit with their own catheter cowboy for a while. And the bit was he would like stop in the middle of a commercial and then explain why Donald Trump was a bad person in the middle of it. Because they do those commercials they'd be like Sean Hannity freaking out and sweating into camera, and then they'd go to commercial and it'd be like, buy gold, here's Donald Trump humping across on a dinner plate and catheter cowboy, and then back to Sean.
Yeah, the
so
pain may not be
using those
catheter.
Is that why they pick them up?
Well, it's a sample. Yeah, you can sample it. You can try it. Try it to see if you like it.
And they come and pick it up
for free.
Yeah,
for free.
With the asterisk, if it applies to you, just have to have a good cowboy hat to be an authentic cowboy. But on the oppression grading scale, I don't know where a cowboy.
I wonder what color card he'd have.
Yeah, I didn't see his card.
Like I can't stand in line. Like I can't queue up because I don't have my catheter installed right now. It's like,
are you a cow person?
Mm-hmm. Cow poke.
Right. Let's see. What? Alone they themger? No, that's not gonna work. What if you identify as a Mexican cowboy and you're like, I'm a vaquero? Can't you tell by the fact that these boots have curved points on the toes?
Vaquero.
Note they're not straight.
Right?
Yeah. We do have time to invest in the algorithm.
Right? The Halter app?
Yes.
The Halter product? Yeah.
Yes, using AI to manage cows, invisible fences, shock collars, this type of technology. Peter Thiel is just part of the investment firm, the algorithm. Yeah.
I hate cows, man. Cow farts and cow gas masks. Now a cowgorithm.
Yeah. This is
putting cowboys out of work. Thank you for reminding me. I got a text, Ranch Mama Shannon from Ebersole Farms back. She hit me up and wants to come back on the show. She's one of the people that does regenerative ranching out there in Iowa and would like to stop things like the cowgorithm. Somebody that you can order through from the Beef Initiative if you are so inclined.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about that. So,
the algorithm, the Halter technology, working through solar-powered collars and pasture towers that collect data, 6,000 data points per collar per minute from grazing cattle, and feed it into a cloud-based platform app for farmers. The collars are ergonomically designed to be comfortable for the cattle wearing them, and they leverage AI to play audio cues or vibrate when it's time to move to a different grazing location. So that's putting dogs out of work, and then they step outside the predetermined zone, they get zapped in the collar. So there's a fence built around it. We can invest in this technology now.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen those little things that they put into the cow's stomach if they're bloated and to release the methane gas, and if you can actually light it on fire.
It's not from bloating usually and all that. It's actually usually from they ate something that got stuck in their stomach and it's going to twist up their intestines and shit.
Right. So they got to release the pressure or whatever. But
they go in there and they literally make like a hole where they take the stuff out of there. They're like,
okay,
in there and take it out.
Yeah, I actually see they actually have a thing where it's permanent and they like somebody lit it and it produces like a flammable gas. So do you think they'll take that into consideration with their algorithm or? I suppose you could.
Sure,
We
we're
should
just in the first round
definitely
of
be
this.
burning methane. Methane is when you're looking at bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Methane is the cleanest of all the fucking hydrocarbon gases. It's got the least amount of carbons for the most. There's nothing else that has a 1-for-4 exchange. So when you're looking at any hydrocarbon gas, whether it's methane, butane, propane, any of those things, the ain is obviously the same. So the first word is telling you how many carbons are in it. And with methane, you have 1 carbon and it's surrounded by 4 hydrogens. And then the number goes down from there. And so you're getting, and when you're looking at trying to make an explosion or a fire or whatever, carbon doesn't burn. The hydrogen is what burns. Hydrogen is explosive. So when you're seeking out something that has the most bang for the buck, the thing with the most hydrogens in comparison to how many carbons it has, why would you not burn that?
The most bang for your buck is Bang Energy Drink. Bang Energy Drink. Remember that, guys.
That's true.
I like Monster.
Like myself, I want to put a digester on the side of my house, and fucking all I'm gonna do is throw my animal shit in that thing, and the methane release gets caught, and basically the same as a natural gas nozzle. You can run your stove off it, you can run your water heater off it. If you go get a fucking propane natural gas fridge, you can run that off of it. And you just freaking have that thing sitting next to your house. You just got to go dump some shit in it. You can run your shitter right into it. And
do we want to look at angel investors to help with your bloviation mechanism scheme idea here? We get a lot of money.
Cinnamon angels.
A lot of money.
Cinnamon angels fly away.
Fly away.
Yes, we could use some angel investors. Also for a gasifier.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I desperately would like a gasifier also.
Yeah, the show will take an ad, and Wake Up could use a couple of angel investors. That would be fantastic.
We'll send you to send you a link for the after party, Chris.
Sure thing. We have some good news, though. We don't need to test on animals anymore. We have the potential to test on organ sacs.
Oh, thank God.
It's like essentially a brainless human body. It's just a sack of organs we can test on.
Now that makes some sense to me.
Yeah. Again, we're just in the investment stage. We just want the money.
The one thing that I do understand, the one thing that you're not going to be able to get out of that is long-term effect. So, and I mean that in a generational sense. So one of the things that, like using rats and whatnot, one of the beneficial things is that they reproduce crazy, like boom, 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 punching out litters of fucking little baby rats. And so if you give them something, you can see the generational effects of what you've done in a fairly short duration.
I've seen dancing organ sacs for years down at the 7-Eleven and at the grocery store, walking into a movie theater.
It's bold. This is R3 Bio with their bold idea, genetically engineered whole organ systems that lack a brain. I think this is a great investment for people who like investments. My concern, though, is that the system.
Well, I would say that this is a beautiful investment if this works out.
Sure. Yeah, I
Well,
don't
are they
want to
going
be
to be
Debbie Downer on
farming
this.
actual
Like,
human
it's gonna be a
beings?
hit.
I just think that's too bizarre. That's just a little weird, you know.
It is weird.
It's totally bizarre, but-
brains. It's like, ugh.
In today's world, though, this is gonna be considered brilliant because of all the pushback against animal testing. This is gonna be a hit. This would be a great investment if they can make this fucking pan out.
Yeah, but I mean, to grow, I mean, now they're growing lab meat that we're going to end up.
I'm not saying
instead of real. I don't know.
Weird. Not saying it's not fucked up and weird.
Right. This is going to allow the sack to not feel pain because it doesn't have a brain.
You're still kind of growing a human, like, I don't know. It's just we're venturing into mad scientist area, just a little too far.
Are you questioning CEO Boy Yang Wang?
I question all of them. They're all nuts.
I wouldn't question Boy Yang Wang.
No way.
CEO. If we can create a non-sentient headless bodyoid for a human being, that will be a great source of organs. So organ harvesting, growing organs, a lot of potential for investment here. And as Teddington was saying earlier, the Trump administration's phase out all animal experimentation. So maybe we could make a little bit of money here.
And I advocate to stop testing on animals. I think it's completely unnecessary, and that's just brutal. They could do that with skin cells. I mean, there's other ways that they could do this. I mean, if they don't know stuff by now, I mean, there's something seriously wrong. That we have the technology now that we don't need to do that. And I'm a pro animal rights person. It's pretty brutal.
I also would do without animal testing. I don't really see how it's a one apples to apples comparison to something.
Exactly.
I don't see how you need to empty out a fucking 50-gallon barrel of perfume into an animal's eyeball to figure out that it's not great for them.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's just sick. I mean, I think that's just... I don't buy their so-called reasons of, it's research bullshit. It's for something else, but it's grotesque.
I think it's for a Skinny Puppy music video.
Well, everything is designed to kill us. They put BHT inside the packaging of lots of foods, and that's a toxin. It'll fuck up your hormone manufacturing systems, and they say, "Oh, it's totally harmless in small amounts." They put it all over. It's in like the grocery bags. It makes them feel powdery. It's in like McDonald's wrappers that they wrap your burger in. I found some crackers upstairs, and I was just reading the label. It was like BHT for freshness. I'm like, fuck, throw that away. I'm not gonna have those again. Just disgusting.
Crackers.
Yeah, the club crackers.
Oh, not in saltines.
I don't know.
Well, that's a shame because I like club crackers. We have all have to buy kosher.
There's a generic one. Oh, kosher might not have it. Kosher food doesn't have a lot of that nasty shit in it.
Hemsworthy, I'm holding on my equity
all
card.
Of us. They're poisoning all of us.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, it's just the little salt that's my actual equity card because I'm transparent.
What's crazy is all these things Jim was just talking about. Like, I feel like if you've ever watched 13th Warrior, whenever I go into the city, fucking, it's like I can smell people from like forever away. I'm like, why the fuck do you smell like that? Oh God, it's so strong. And I wonder what I smell like to these people. Like, do I smell like I've been running around in a fucking, in the mud, or, which would mostly be true. And haven't taken a bath in 10 days. Like, is that what I smell like?
Probably can't smell anything because all the perfume is burning their nose all day long.
Exactly.
Chemicals.
Christy and I went to this one guy's house once, and I'm not even kidding. We were sitting at he had a decent sized yard for a city yard, and we were sitting at the curb. Then you had the sidewalk, and we're sitting at the curb in the truck, and I go to get out, and he opens up his front door, and as soon as he opened up his front door, I could smell him like so strongly of fucking some perfume. And I looked over at Christy because I still wasn't even close enough to hear him or anything, and I was like, why can I smell him from here? Fuck.
Oh, I hate that stuff. People put it on over the top of their BO. They think they're getting away with something. I just smell BO and terrible cologne. Oh.
Yeah. You just smell like a fucking like an old biker stripper after 4 days. Remember that stuff that the biker strippers used to spray on their cooch to try and make it not just reek awfully? The fuck was that shit called? I can't remember.
Glitter away.
Like, yeah.
There's a name for that?
Nothing makes all the glitter go away.
No.
Take my advice, young men. Don't walk that line.
No.
That the glitter actually disappears into a black hole, and as soon as you get around your old lady, it will spit it back out, and it will be there.
Does it burn when you pee?
Sometimes.
Well, that's the asterisk on the cowboy catheter commercial. It's like the pain might not be caused by the catheter itself.
No, I'm an old man now. Yeah. I have to eat things with so many hot peppers in it that it burns when I shit.
Seems like unnecessary addition.
Says the guy that's dating an actual Mexican.
Yeah, I eat spicier food than she does.
Yeah, I've seen what Mexican cooking does in the porta potties. I know what that leaves behind. Steve hasn't had a solid shit in fucking since he's dated this chick.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
It all looks like expired Dairy Queen ice cream, like that's what somebody dispensed. Like,
I think you've been around subpar Mexican food. That's what I think.
I don't know. I wasn't eating it. I'm not Mexican. I would buy occasionally, and this is when I was younger and I had ulcers because it was when I got my divorce. So I got an ulcer from it, so I couldn't eat no peppers back then. So I got the Gringo burrito.
Every town has one taco truck that you got to stay away from.
Unless you're on a military base, then every fucking 3 blocks has a fucking gut truck.
Yeah, no, you've just been around subpar Mexican food, especially if it was in Colorado. That's like the worst Mexican food ever.
It was definitely Colorado.
Colorado has, the most wrong bastardization of Mexican food I've ever seen in my entire life. Chicago Mexican food is vastly superior.
You've never had Taco John's, sir.
I have. In fact, I lived in Colorado. It's terrible, awful, just abomination. We were talking about this earlier. They're like, oh, here's a ceramic pot that we melted some nacho cheese in a can into. We're calling it queso, which just means fucking cheese. And then, oh, look, if it's fancy, we're going to take actual queso fresco and sprinkle it over the top of the fucking cheese. It's cheese. It's fancy. Here's some ground beef that's been oversaturated in oil for 3 fucking hours and a fucking thick ass flour tortilla. You fucking wet. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's not Mexican food. It's fucking expensive Taco Bell. No wonder the porta potties look like shit, dude. It's not real Mexican food. It's an abomination. I fucking stand on that. Fight me, Colorado.
Potato Lays were a gift from the gods. You don't know what your ancestors had to sacrifice in order to be given the gift of the potato lay, which you now try to put sacrilege on. It is the most delicious thing you could put in your mouth of all time.
I reject that hypothesis, sir.
So once we get the time machine working, we're going back to 1998 to go to a Taco John's to order some authentic potato olays, just to bring that energy back with us to 2026.
Actually, Taco John still exists in the Dakotas and Wyoming, and the potato olays are still fucking delicious. We just had them like a year ago.
Right.
Christy's like, we were at trying to get out. I can't remember what town we were in, and we were trying to go, and there was no place else to eat. Christy's like, fuck it, I'll try this Taco John's just to see what the potato olays are about. And she ate one, and she's like, holy shit, that is good. Like they ground up fucking like innocent children and used it to flavor it's so fucking good. Like there's
adrenochrome infused.
Yeah. This is just unworldly delicious.
So we're essentially talking about a tater tot, but really it's the shape of the tater tot that really matters here. And it's sort of a squished, sort of a coin shape, perfect texture. There's some science involved. Haven't published any papers on the topic yet.
Also, whatever the ground up unicorn horn and virgin in it, innocent baby blood mixed together to make the most delicious flavoring.
I do realize, Ted Bennington, that anytime we begin to talk about fried foods or deep fried foods, we're walking a very narrow path here. It's a tiptoe on a tightrope here in this territory of language.
Yeah, we can talk about child sacrifice, but you can't talk about small hats.
Right.
Figure that.
Well, if you don't want to trigger Ben, apparently I didn't even besmirch the potato olay. You fucking psycho! What was
Where
that
do you
all
think
about?
it comes from? Taco John's. It's the only source of the potato olay.
Gear down, big shifter. It's all right. Damn.
I still hold it against Samwise Gamgee. That motherfucker didn't even mention potato olay, the king of all potato uses.
Samwise is my favorite
I can't even
character.
give the Hobbit respect.
We have we've found Ben's fucking flashpoint.
Right. So only Juggalo can say the word. Since there's no Juggalos in queue tonight.
Wait, what? Whoop, fam. What are you talking? Hey, easy now.
Is there a Juggalo in the cabin tonight?
I may or may not have been down with the clown.
Okay.
One particular point in my life.
I told
Can neither confirm nor deny.
So would you say
whether or not
carbonated
I've been in the
beverage?
Dave Malenko.
Okay. So there's some carbonation in your beverage.
may at one point have been, yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Actually, one of the most fun shows I ever saw in my life was ICP Open for Guar at the Pepsi Coliseum in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Sure.
Oh, dude, that was just mayhem. It was hysterical.
Pepsi Coliseum. That's a strange beverage choice for a Juggalo.
It was the choice of a new generation.
Okay.
And also, I think a parent company of Faygo.
That's a carbonated beverage for fairies and Fayfolk.
No, for that's Fayfolk, not Faygo.
Fayfolk.
Different, yeah.
There's a VTuber that hangs on the panels. His name is TrippyCast, and he's a Juggalo, and his character's a clown. And I told him the story. I told him about the time ICP wanted to come over and buy some fucking well, back then we called it Kind Bud, buy some Kind Bud, and I was like, fuck no. And he's like, what the fuck?
Only if they're in full makeup, and only if I have to act like I don't notice.
Fuck. Well, I lived in a middle class neighborhood with my kids and shit, and I was like, and that's for starts. I don't need these psychos coming over and drawing attention. And then number two, you guys are just gonna try and buy all my Kind Bud, and that shit was hard as fuck to get back in the brick days. Like, you had to give somebody a handy and $480 to get an ounce.
In the dark.
It's not like here in California where you walk onto somebody's property and they just give it to you as a welcome gift for walking onto their property.
Now get on out of here.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, stranger, I don't know you.
Take some weed and go fuck off.
Here? Oh, you're just walking around. Oh, hey, okay, you want an ounce of weed? Oh, here you go. Like that's the way it is out here. Like
you're supposed to walk around carrying a six-pack of Jones soda.
Only fucking the northern accent is the only accent my brain goes to. Because absolutely, you guys do not talk like that. Here in California.
I'm just trying to confuse the Coen brothers. Are they still brothers? Are they siblings? Like the Coen siblings? And Ted's about to bounce. It's about that time on a Tuesday night where we've sitting in the cabin too long. I have to crack open some windows and doors.
Which is our time to tell everybody to like, share, fucking
thumbs up.
There after party planned.
It's definitely the time to pimp the membership because 3 hours into the show is when most of the people are listening and they haven't all just went to bed or there isn't like that's definitely the prime time. But so we got to remember after the party. We always hang out. We try and put out a lot of member only material.
Sure.
We've got quite a lot of members. I hope you guys want to join.
Thanks, Tedda Volkinski.
Tedda's one of the members.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Critical RVW. He is officially a Ted.
Beautiful.
I am. I feel special.
So we'll be doing some oppression grading in the members only chat.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you.
See you later. All right, take care.
See you next Tuesday.
Okay, bye.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Love you guys. Yep.